Lisa, who claims they're old pals from the pawn shop world. Ashley's face is a mixture of confusion and amusement as she tries to recall Lisa from the past. It's like a game of memory gone wrong, with Lisa insisting that they're besties while Ashley's scratching her head, wondering if she's entered the twilight zone of pawn shop encounters.
Like instant unconditional love for me. She doesn't know me. I'm coming.
Lisa's affection for Ashley kicks into overdrive, leaving poor Ashley feeling like she's in an episode of a pawn shop soap opera. Lisa's suggestion of exchanging numbers adds a sprinkle of awkwardness to the mix, like a sitcom scene gone awry.
I do. I mean, it's just a suggestion.
Ashley gives into the madness, agreeing to pawn Lisa's chain with a smile plastered on her face. It's the kind of absurdity you can only find in a pawn shop, where deals are made amidst deliberations of unconditional love and compliments about dental hygiene. And the scene.
So, how much did you get on this?
I get the last time 120.
Okay.
A bizarre encounter unfolds as a man dressed in a sweaty shark costume barges into the pawn shop demanding $800 for the costume. Identifying himself as Les, the man claims to be a professional mascot by day and a dancer by night, specializing in hyping up crowds for shark fights. His erratic behavior and peculiar demands leaves the staff bewildered and grossed out, especially when he tries to persuade them to try on the costume despite its unpleasant odor. And his demands, insisting that the costume is unique and irreplaceable, despite comparisons to generic Halloween costumes. To demonstrate its allure, he persuades an employee named Rick to try it on, claiming that it'll make him feel empowered. But then something strange happens. Another worker interrupts, reminding Les of an earlier deal and pushing him to speak with his father. The customer becomes more hostile and threatens the crew with horrific imagery as tensions rise. Actions become intolerable. A tumultuous altercation ensues, setting off a dramatic sequence of events. The crew doesn't know what to do with the sweating half-naked man because nobody really wants to touch him. The staff ultimately gets Les to leave after a lot of berating and threatening, but not before one last round of obscenities and threats. Ultimately, the customer storms off, leaving behind his costume as a bizarre reminder of
you pick it, up your side. Pick it, mother. Do it.
The sassy black woman strolls into the pawn shop, her demeanor already hinting at frustration. She approaches Ashley, the pawnbroker, with an air of annoyance evident in her voice as she recounts her misfortune of having her car vandalized. Pawned my necklace, kinda pissed off, you know, some little hating ass bust out my windows of my car, she vents. Now she's here to cash in on her necklace, a purchase she once valued at $400, now looking to squeeze out $200. But Ashley's response isn't what she expected. Instead of a quick agreement, Ashley questions her authenticity of the necklace's diamonds, setting the stage for tension to escalate.
My necklace, kind of pissed off, you know. Some little hate ass bust out my windows in my car. That's why I'm trying to pawn this necklace. I paid $400 for it. I'm looking to get two. What you think? Why you say that?
I just said,
Oh.
So when you bought this, what were you told that it was?
Diamonds.
They're not.
Them real diamonds, boo. I just told y'all to piss me up. And you telling me that you ain't gonna give me $200?
The customer's irritation boils over as Ashley challenges the necklace's legitimacy. First of all, you're coming in here with an attitude, Ashley asserts, further provoking the already incensed customer. The situation teeters on the edge as the customer warns of repercussions from her youngins in the neighborhood. But just as tempers flare, the security guard intervenes, attempting to defuse the escalating confrontation. However, the customer's retort, claiming the diamonds are breathing, only adds fuel to the fire, exacerbating the friction between her and Ashley.
Okay, first of all, you're coming in here with an attitude.
I don't get.
Well, I'm not interested in this.
If you keep playing with me, I'm gonna get real mad. This is a recession. Hey, I need the mother money, all right? Is you gonna give me the money or not? I got some young to come in the hood, tear it up.
What are you gonna do?
Is that the security guard?
Let me explain to you something. This is fake.
Don't you see? The diamonds is breathing.
The diamonds are breathing?
The diamonds is breathing.
Are you serious?
As tensions peak, the customer's threats and insults intensify. Get out of here, you ain't gonna give me my necklace, she snarls, her anger palpable. The situation spirals out of control as she lunges towards Ashley, prompting the security guard to step in decisively. With firm hands, he escorts the irate customer out of the store, her voice echoing her fury even as she's forcibly removed. The scene ends with a chaotic crescendo, leaving Ashley to exhale a sigh of relief as the door slams shut behind the departing customer, bringing an end to the tumultuous encounter.
Get out out of here.
You ain't gonna give me my necklace?
Here you go.
You ain't. Don't touch me. Oh, I'll catch you outside, you dirt. No, you better not touch my nigga. I'll beat your tall, gumpy ass up. I should have her ass up.
Les gets a visit from a guy claiming he's on a mission from his wife to find furniture. A husband sent on a quest for home decor by his better half sounds like a scene from a comedy. Now, Les is prepared to negotiate, but as soon as they begin looking through the goods, things get hilarious.
Well, here's the deal. I just moved from New Jersey. My wife and I. We just bought a house, and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up.
Perfect. Let's find some.
You gonna clean all that up before I buy it?
That's why it's so inexpensive, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man.
We have used furniture that's used.
Yeah.
That's why it's $397.77.
Really? Well, I only got $200.
The customer isn't overly impressed with the couch's condition. Although he has a budget, he's unwilling to spend money on something that appears to have been through a muddy wrestler's match. The banter gets funnier as the customer tries to negotiate while Les defends the integrity of his used furniture.
All right, man, let me try, man. I'll tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
Make me a deal. I got cash in my pocket, man.
Wow,
Come on, man.
$200.
Come on.
The customer's insults towards Les and his family turn things from funny to completely ridiculous. It resembles a farce gone wrong, with insults flying more quickly than a tennis match. Les, ever the professional, maintains his position, but the level of absurdity is escalated by the customer's attitude.
This is not the way we operate in New Jersey. What kind of operation you guys going on, man? I bet you're not here far.
This was actually my couch. We had a reupholstered and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty, too.
What did you just say?
Don't make my... Come on, man.
This is how we do it in the deep.
Yeah.
The customer's rudeness hits a peak, and Les puts his foot down, Detroit style. It's a showdown worthy of a Wild West movie, complete with threats and a swift exit. The customer's departure leaves everyone scratching their heads, wondering what had just happened in the wild world of pawn shop negotiations.
I got $200.
Yes, sir.
I'll go someplace else.
That's the dirty D right
Yeah.
there, baby.
Where'd he go?
I think he went back to New Jersey, sir.
In this wild pawn shop showdown, a woman marches in ring in hand like she's about to solve the mysteries of the universe. While she's trying to pay her past due rent, her diamond ring steals the show. Like a souffle in the microwave, the tension increases with every second that goes by. A heated discussion regarding the truthfulness of the ring is started when the pawnbroker examines it with some suspicion. The woman demands $200 like she's negotiating world peace, but the pawnbroker's offer of $80 sends her into orbit faster than a rocket with a grudge. And the air crackles with sass and disbelief, leaving everybody wondering if this ring is ever going to find its way home.
Yes, ma'am.
I was coming to pawn my ring because I have to pay my rent. It was due a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Why you keep looking at my ring like $80?
$80.
I'm not just about to let you have this for $80. And I paid $500 for this ring. I mean, what, you want the studs on my lip or something? But I'm saying you gonna give me $200 though. That's the only way I'm gonna. So you gonna give me $200 or not?
The woman drops a bombshell just when you think the drama's reached its climax. She hasn't given up her ring for pennies. She challenges the pawnbroker to either pay her $200 demand or face the repercussions. It's similar to seeing a high-stakes poker match, but with more bills that are past due and, lip studs. The standoff reaches its zenith in tension greater than that of a family-sized lasagna, and everybody's left wondering who's gonna blink first. As the dust settles, the woman's exit is as dramatic as her entrance. With a final flourish, she declares her terms and storms out like a diva exiting stage left. The pawnbroker's left scratching his head, wondering what just hit him, while the security staff's probably updating their resumes after narrowly avoiding a showdown.
Man, what the?
She can go. She can go. Thank you. This woman could not keep control of herself. I don't know what the hell her problem was. I don't accept that kind of behavior. She's lucky my security staff didn't beat her ass.
In the bustling aisles of the pawn shop, two guys saunter up to Ashley with a peculiar demand. Now, they're aiming for a refund, claiming that a bunch of things that they bought from the pawn shop are no longer working. As per policy, Ashley asks for a receipt, and she also asks them questions to verify what the problem is.
For a refund. When we got to our work site, it just stopped working.
We're in the construction business, declared one of the customers, with all of the air of a seasoned foreman. Now, Ashley was asking, her suspicions peaked about where the power source was. At the work site, of course, was the swift reply, a tad too rehearsed for Ashley's liking. Smelling something fishy, Seth and Les united in their quest for truth. So, Seth, being suspicious, decided to plug in all the gadgets to test to make sure that they work. And lo and behold, they worked just fine.
What type of work you do? We doing construction. Where's the battery? The battery is at the work site. We on the clock.
Here, I'm gonna plug these in. Oh, that works. Oh, that one works too. See where it says?
But the customers were upset because their demands weren't met. No cash refunds, Ashley reminded them in a very firm but fair tone. But the two customers were unshaken and instead started to grow incredibly irate, raising their voices and bringing things to a head. Yet Ashley stood her ground, unwavering in her commitment to the rules of her trade. With a final flourish, the guys decided that maybe they had better retreat to live another day. And thus, this particular saga came to a close, leaving behind a tale of wit and willpower and the triumph of honesty.
No cash refunds?
It don't matter about that. What y'all gonna do is give us our money back right now. You gonna do something about it. Listen, guys. Listen. What you talking about? Give me my money back right now.
This scene shows a frustrated taxi driver approaching a man waiting in line at a pawn shop and demanding money for a $90 fare. But the man's attention is on receiving the money, so there's an argument. Tensions escalated because of the man's insistence on waiting in line and the cab driver's irritation.
Hey, dude! Come on, give me money.
Do you see I'm in line right now? Yes or no?
You're standing in line to what, man? I want my...
Excuse me, hi. What's going on here?
First off,
The man owe me money
Hold
for
on.
his ride.
Why is he yelling at you?
because I owe him money, I am in line to get the loan for the car.
The situation takes a comedic turn when a third party, including Ashley and Byron, unaware of the initial conflict, intervenes. Confusion ensues as they try to understand the situation, with the cab driver emphasizing his need for payment while the man remains determined to wait for his turn in line. The introduction of the man's girlfriend in the cab adds another layer of chaos to the mix.
Report?
Yes.
Okay. Supposedly the cab driver dropped this guy off here because he wanted to get money for his jewelry to pay the cab driver.
Give me $45.
I have to pawn this. Just wait, you can wait.
No, I ain't waiting no more. I'm gonna get this woman and get her the hell out of the car and I'm
What
gone.
woman? You have a woman in the car?
Yes, I do. That's my girlfriend.
He's asking you to wait 5 minutes.
No, I'm out of here.
Okay, then you can go.
I'm gone.
Okay, go.
The cab driver chooses to take matters into his own hands as tensions escalate and violently extracts the man's girlfriend from the car. The man objects, and things quickly get out of hand, with the cab driver and the man at odds about taking the woman out. The taxi driver is demanding that the woman get out of his car, which makes the whole situation even more ridiculous.
All right, come on, get out of my car.
No.
Come on, get out. Get out now.
The next thing I know, the cab driver is pulling this girl out of the cab.
Hey, get your hands off. Get your hands. Hey,
Get out now.
Hey,
No.
Get your hands off. Get your hands off first.
I'm telling you.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Don't touch her.
Don't touch it.
Okay, get out of my
Don't
car.
touch it.
The conflict reaches its peak when the man's frustration boils over, and he threatens to drop the cab driver like it used rubber. Eventually, cooler heads prevail, and the man offers a solution. The cab driver can recover his fare and avoid more conflict by having another cab call. There's never a dull day at the pawn shop, to be sure.
What are
I
you
told you I
gonna
was
do
going
about
to pay
it?
for
What are
it.
you
Yes or
gonna
no?
do about it?
What are you going to do?
You want me to drop you right here? I'll
Opportunity.
drop you like a used rubber.
Sounds
Get in
real
your
good.
car, go.
You really want-
Get in your car. You know what? I have the best idea. I will buy you a cab. He can be out his money because
outta
he's
here.
demanding it. The boyfriend got in the taxi driver's face. I don't blame him. You don't touch somebody like that.
In this episode, we've got Les who's greeting a customer. Now, the customer is looking to sell a TV and asks how much Les is willing to offer. Les mentions that they typically sell similar TVs for under $250, which prompts the customer to express her desire for $500. Les naturally balks at the request, stating that he can't offer that much. But the customer then starts negotiating, asking what she needs to do to get the $500 that she wants.
Hi, I'm Les. Nice to meet you.
Sure. I'm looking to get rid of this.
How much did you want for the TV?
I want $500 for it. That's what I was thinking.
We actually sell them for under $250.
Okay.
So I could give you 100.
100?
100.
I need $500.
And I wish I could give you 500.
What do I gotta do to get you to give me $500?
In a comedic turn, the customer suggests her breasts as a bargaining chip, asking if they're worth $500 to Les. Les, to his credit, responds with a little bit of a bemused expression, indicating, sorry lady, they're not. The customer confidently asserts that her breasts are valued at $7,500, but Les remains unimpressed. He remarks on her attempt to negotiate with her boobs and expresses disbelief at her strategy. The customer, undeterred, insists that she never played dumb before provocatively suggesting that she's all there by flashing her breasts.
Are these worth $500 to you?
Not really.
No, these aren't worth $500. Really? There's $7,500 for these, okay? $7,500. I want some.
He was one of those people that tried to negotiate. What can I say?
Les maintains his professionalism, refusing to be swayed by the customer's unconventional tactics. He humorously remarks that anybody who flashes their breasts in a store must be all there, to which the customer confidently agrees. However, Les ultimately declines her offer, suggesting that she go elsewhere.
Oh, I am all
That's
there.
what I just said, and I could see.
All there.
You were all there twice. Thank you.
Forget it.
Thank you very much.
In the chaotic morning hustle of the pawn shop, Les notices a shady character browsing through merchandise with dubious intentions. Approaching him, Les demands an explanation, only to be met with a flimsy excuse about being kicked out of his mom's place. The guy then tries to pawn items off as coming from his mom's basement, but Les sees right through the charade. Now tension rises as insults fly, setting the stage for a showdown between Les and the would-be thief.
First thing in the morning, I see a guy walking around the store pulling off my shelves. What the hell's going on?
Hey, man, I need some money. I got kicked out. My mama kicked me out last night. My mom's basement.
Tell me where you really got the vacuum.
My mom's basement, man. Where do you think I got it from, fool?
I'm sorry, what'd you call me?
A fool! What are you gonna do about it, bald-headed?
What do you want me to do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, buddy?
Les throws the guy out of the store because he's tired of his antics. But when the man won't go, Les has to call in reinforcements. Enter Byron, the burly bodyguard, who snatches the man and carries him expertly out the door. Byron manages the issue with the dexterity of a bulldozer making room, making for a show-worthy scene.
Talking to bug-toothed, bald-headed mother.
It's time to go.
Oh, man.
Get out of my store. You understand what I just said?
But just as Byron is leading the guy outside, his pants decide that they'd rather pull around his ankles, exposing a little bit less than friendly underwear. But that's just the icing on this whole dumpster fire of a day. As Les sees the guy's humiliation happen, he can't help but laugh. And without warning, another day at the pawn shop comes to an end, leaving us all to wonder what mischievous adventures lie ahead in this crazy world of wheeling and dealing.
Do it.
Keep walking, bud.
You start stealing stuff from my store, it's time for your ass to be thrown up.
Stand up.
And what an ass that...
The scene starts with Ashley getting a bit annoyed, telling the customer not to test her patience. Now she's in a hurry and warns him to speed things up. Then the customer tries to copy Ashley by snapping their fingers, but Ashley quickly shuts it down. She acknowledges the imitation, but firmly puts them in their place with a clever comeback. Even though they're joking around, Ashley still shows that she's in charge and she's not going to be disrespected.
Don't get me, I'm gonna get very, very angry right now.
Okay.
And if you can, like, hurry up, then that's better.
I can. Burrito?
Okay, you ain't gotta snap the fingers, sweetheart.
I was just imitating it.
Okay, but you ain't gotta go that far. You behind here.
Oh.
Okay. I don't really have all day for this.
You want 20?
I want 40.
Things escalate when Ashley catches the customer imitating her again. This time, she's not as amused. With a mix of annoyance and humor, Ashley tells her to knock it off. She's not playing around anymore. Finally, she wraps things up with a funny twist, saying goodbye with a playful fake travels instead of the usual safe travels. It's a perfect ending, showing Ashley's authority and humor all in one.
Are you imitating me?
Safe travels. Safe travels.
The customer, hopeful for a good deal, brings in an item to pawn. Despite his expectations, he's offered only $20, leading to frustration and disbelief.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. I'm trying to get at least 100 for it. Might have got 20 times, but I won't be able to get that for it. So how much can you give me? $20? I'm more or less helpful than anything. Man, I'm gonna need more than $20 for this, man.
Les throws the guy out of the store because he's tired of his antics. But when the man won't go, Les has to call reinforcements. Enter Byron, who snatches the man and carries him expertly out the door.
What's your offer, Jay? 20, which is probably more than I would even offer him.
I need my money.
I understand.
I'm gonna need at least $100 for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean,
Really, you paid $200. I'll sell you like 4 of them.
I need more than $20. Why is there more staff out here?
And I see another irate customer in line.
That's all I'm giving you. Period.
Despite attempts by other staff members to calm the situation, the customer's anger continues to mount. Profanities fly as the customer remains dissatisfied with the offered amount.
I'm the manager.
Oh, you are the manager.
I'm the manager.
You're the manager. $20 for this. I've been waiting for an hour.
Then yeah, take your out of here.
How about 100? You can give me what the I'm gonna do with $20.
Don't know.
I need more than $20.
I had to calm this situation down.
Take your out of here.
$20. What the I'm gonna do with $20?
Another employee tries to defuse the situation, but the woman is unyielding and keeps threatening to do anything she wants. Final profanity-laden outburst. A new manager arrives at the pawn shop, surprising the Gold family, and they introduce themselves and express their eagerness to help out. Now, despite initial confusion, the Golds agree to give them a chance and see how their first day goes.
When I worked in sales at a bank, I was in charge of tailoring the products to the customer's wants. So I'd like to think that marketing is one of my strong suits. You like those? Like I said, they're durable, very inexpensive. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to purchase or put them in layaway today?
Definitely.
All right, I'm so excited. I got my first sale.
So what do you think?
I love it, but I'm not really sure how comfortable Ashley is about me coming in.
You know, I'm really not worried about Ashley.
Did you know about this?
Good luck, Ash. Have fun, co-manager.
The new manager showcases their sales skills, confident in their ability to tailor products to customers' needs. Despite their apparent enthusiasm, several family members question the comfort level and suitability for the position.
We go from 9 to 12.
You'll never get what you paid for.
You're probably right. Yeah, why don't I just move away?
What is he doing?
He's teaching her the business.
Teaching her to take over?
They're not going to get more than $1,500 anywhere else. I can guarantee that.
Great.
Wow.
The new manager and this customer are currently negotiating prices over a deal. And while the new manager insists that the deal's a good one, tensions start to rise as the customer questions the offer. Meanwhile, the Golds observe the situation with uncertainty. A guy strolls in all casual, claiming he scored these concert mics from a crowd toss-up. Seth, in disbelief, questions the absurdity of magically finding zipped-up mics in a wild crowd. Cue the suspicious eyebrows.
Keep an eye on him. Hi, how are you? I'm from American Jewelry. I have a gentleman down here who is trying to sell me some microphones. Are you missing some? Exactly, I've got them. You're gonna need to come down here. All right, thanks. Ash, call the cops.
Hi, this is American Jewelry and we have stolen merchandise. Thank you.
Seth gets into detective mode, calling the venue to verify if they're missing any mics. Well, turns out they are. Cue the dramatic music and the plot thickens vibes.
How much were you looking for?
$100 a piece if possible.
About 75 a piece.
That works.
Who the are these kids now? Are these his friends? So we're waiting for the police to come.
Okay. They're leaving.
No, man, you can't leave. The cops told us to hold you here.
Why? I'm not the person that came
We're
up
all
trying
involved
to
in
do
the group. That's the way it works. Until we know what's going on, that's the way it's going to be. So if you want us to have a seat till the cops get here.
Suddenly, the situation's hotter than a jalapeno in July. Seth's on the phone with the cops while the shady mic holder is sweating bullets. Security's on high alert as Seth tries to play cool, but it's chaos. Cue the circus music. So Ashley's caught in the middle of a classic family feud at the pawn shop. Dad's all like, "Close the door, Ashley, we need to talk." But it's not a cozy little chat. It's more of a what the heck's going on kind of situation. Turns out there's drama about TVs and Rich, and Ashley's like, "I used to run this joint, dude." Cue the fireworks.
Always pinpointing on the back.
always done
Can you
good.
stop talking over me? You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate anything I do here. I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of what the do you ever point out the good stuff I do here? I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of you inside. I don't even know what to do
I'm
anymore.
taking the store side.
Ashley is laying it all out. Now she's feeling underappreciated, like she's stuck in some kind of twisted family drama sitcom. She gets irritated and eventually walks out of the room.
Then I quit. I'm done.
You're not done.
What?
You're not done. Ashley, one last time. If you walk out that door, don't ever come.
What just happened?
Ashley just quit. She walked out that door. She's not happy with the way we treat her.
I cannot deal with it. I'm out. I don't care what he says to bring me back. I'm done.
When you allow your emotions to run a business,
It's the worst thing she could ever do. You're gonna lose.
But if you thought that was it, there's another surprise twist as Ashley drops a bombshell openly declaring that she quits and that she's done, and then she pieces out, leaving everybody in shock. But Les is stuck scratching his head, wondering what the heck just happened. But Ashley has made up her mind. Emotions run wild and business gets a kick in the gut. Classic pawn shop drama. Get ready to chuckle as we witness an overenthusiastic customer diving headfirst into negotiations with Ashley over a watch. With all the finesse of a bull in a china shop, he throws out a laughable offer of just $75. Ashley, ever the comedic genius, bats it away with a playful smirk. But hold on to your hats, folks, because our customer isn't done yet. He dramatically ups the ante to a jaw-dropping $599 despite the watch being worth nowhere near that amount.
Now, before you say something, now I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, it's worth a lot of money. So, this, I should get some change back. Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Me out, and guess what? You gotta give me some change.
Our intrepid negotiator isn't about to back down. With the confidence of a superhero, he insists that this watch is worth its weight in gold. Quite literally. He even flaunts a fat stack of cash, convinced that he's about to seal the deal. But Ashley, bless her heart, isn't buying it. She keeps a straight face as our customer sails further into the sea of absurdity, refusing to cave to his outlandish demands.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf right now.
Well, no more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, drawn-looking person.
Okay.
Now hold on to your sides before they split, because things are about to get even funnier. As our customer cranks up the theatrics, Ashley's amusement hits an all-time high. With a twinkle in her eye, she gently reminds him that the watch isn't exactly a crown jewel. But our negotiator, bless his delusional heart, won't take no for an answer. Ashley keeps her cool, relishing every moment of this side-splitting showdown.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Okay. You owe bologna sandwich. Y'all ain't got no money.
Okay. Have a good day.
Big Mouth is hungry. Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I'll pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you can.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the finale. Our customer's frustration approaches a boiling point, but Ashley, ever the queen of comedy, doesn't miss a beat. She continues to milk the situation for all it's worth, leaving our customer red-faced and defeated. And just like that, he storms off, leaving us in stitches as he hilariously fails his attempt at negotiation. Next up, we've got a furniture fiasco as a man discovers a one-of-a-kind table, only to have their excitement interrupted by another customer demanding that they vacate the throne. But the first customer's not moving.
Get your ass over and shut up.
Get off that bed.
No, I ain't getting off.
Get off that bed.
What the you gonna do, baby?
Who do you think you are to talk to me like
Bro,
that?
if you let me, I'll be slapping that ass.
You're talking to, mother. Back up. I take my ass out of here.
Man,
Really? You don't think so? You don't think so?
Tension skyrocket amidst the customer's verbal barrage, but fear not, for Ashley steps in, serving sass and shutting down the disrespectful discourse. Honestly, with Ashley, who needs a savior in sparkling armor?
Here's the way it's gonna work. You don't disrespect my daughter in my store. Get the out of here. If this guy ever shows his face in this store again, we're gonna kick his ass.
Gonna get your hands off
Really?
me, man.
Really or what?
We go
You're
back, man.
disrespecting my daughter like that?
Ultimately, Les has to step in and settle the score by enforcing the rule and ejecting the unruly patron. With one stern glance, Les sends the troublemaker packing, restoring peace and reminding everybody that disrespect isn't welcome in his kingdom. The scene kicks off with Grandma storming into the pawn shop, demanding her money back for a purse that she claims is fake. Now, she's not holding back, loudly insisting on a refund while the audience can't help but applaud her fiery entrance. You don't want to mess with a grandma on a mission, so she demands to restore her sense of humor before anything else happens. She insists on getting her money back, saying that the purse she purchased was just as phony as a $3 bill. Just when you think the situation can't get any more ridiculous, Grandma takes out her cigarette and lights up in the store. Les, however, ain't having any of that and warns her right away that smoking isn't permitted anywhere, especially in his store. Grandma, however, is in no mood to follow the rules, leading to a showdown where Les tries to put out her cigarette while she vehemently refuses.
I'm bending over backwards to appease this granny. I'm trying to be professional and I'm trying to give you courtesy.
Give me my money. That's all I want is my money.
As the literal smoke clears, Grandma's still not backing down. She demands her money with a threat of legal action, insisting that she'll see Les in court. Les, exasperated, finally agrees to give her the refund just to get her out of his hair. But even as he tries to make things right, Grandma ain't done. She wants a card because she's ready to sue his butt. And with that threat hanging in the air, she finally storms out, leaving Les bewildered and relieved. And just when Les thinks the ordeal's over, Grandma turns back with one final threat. She's gonna bust his window. Now Les tries to reason with her, but Grandma's not having it. She's ready to throw down. But Les can't help but reflect on how she's nothing like his own grandma, leaving the audience in stitches at the absurdity of it all. And that's it for today. Thanks for being a part of the Hardcore Pawn adventure with us. We hope you like the drama and surprises. And make sure you stay tuned for more pawn shop stories. See you next time. Watch Les the Pawn Shop Detective figure out a mystery with messy DJs and laptops held captive. See the suspenseful investigation unfold right here. Laugh and cringe as a shouting woman causes trouble in the pawn shop, making Seth and Les really mad. Then a guard shows up and there's a surprising twist outside.
Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment. She's telling me this is expired. That's my purse right there. That one right there, black one.
A meticulous lady strides in armed with confidence and a fake receipt, proclaiming ownership of a purse. Little does she know that Ashley is the store's memory bank, fully aware of every item in its rightful place. The girl, in her eagerness, attempts to vault over the counter, unaware that Ashley, the guardian of scams, is on duty.
My purse right there.
How do you know that's your purse?
Because I know my purse. Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag would never in pawn. If you want to buy it,
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
Undeterred by gravity and common sense, the girl persists in her charade. However, Ashley stands firm, recognizing the futility of the scam and the level of wrongness involved. It's like trying to sneak a peek at the answer key when the teacher is watching. Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm not first of all. Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Give me my purse or I'm going to come over that counter and get it myself.
oh my God.
Get your hands off me.
Have a nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
With a swift resolution to this failed escapade, the girl finds herself unceremoniously escorted out of the store. Lesson learned: Ashley's scam radar is always on, and jumping over counters won't get you far in this pawn-filled drama. Enter the family feud. Ashley drops the bomb on her brother Seth, calling him a hypocrite. But why? Well, he casually throws around $880 for a painting, while Ashley, according to her, can't even snag a deal for 30 bucks. Sibling dynamics at their finest. And as Ashley confronts Seth about the apparent double standards, she probes into the intricacies of spending $880, questioning how bad it could be. Seth, in classic sibling fashion, argues that his purchases are all about resale value, a concept he conveniently forgets when it comes to
I am not going to forget the situation anytime soon. Seth better watch his back.
Things heat up as Ashley demands an apology. Seth takes a nosedive into being the ultimate a-hole, apologizing for an $880 buy. Oh no. Instead, he hits her with a sorry not sorry for her supposed attitude, topping it off with a charming label. Well, let's just say that it rhymes with witch. Sibling rivalry reaches a whole new level on this show.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops, and that whoever did it is working with one of our guys. You want to come out and talk to him? All right. Thank you.
Who is it?
Les is hit with some unexpected news. A few guys claim that they've been pawned by a girl from the staff. Les, ever the detective, approaches the situation with a mix of suspicion and humor, wondering aloud if he's either unintentionally swindling customers or if bizarre customers have taken up a new form of thievery.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna bring them out to the back. Some of it being, we don't.
Okay, wait. You pawned something?
Yes, she had to take it to
When
our
did you pawn it?
Today.
Today.
She
Okay.
had to take it to our
And the money?
Yes.
These two kids come in and talk about have some girl pawned 2 laptops.
The plot thickens as 2 disheveled DJs step into the scene, laptops held hostage. The atmosphere turns somber as the weight of the situation sinks in. It's a strange occurrence that has everyone wearing expressions of confusion and concern. Les, with his seasoned cool, casually queries about the laptop's ownership, revealing they're registered under the mysterious girl's name.
Split the money 3 ways, and one of my employees was gonna walk it out the back door. Either this is a new way for my employees to steal from me.
To contact the owner because we want to.
I am the owner.
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have me.
And it's in her name.
No, that's why I wanted to know if
I can't do it.
The tension rises, but Les doesn't crack under pressure. Maturely handling the situation, he asserts that he needs the lowdown to work his magic and get those laptops back where they belong. It's a pawn shop mystery, and Les is the detective determined to unravel the peculiar case of laptops and loyalty. Tame a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. And to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now, the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind her was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting, and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at them. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well. They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair and man. They beat the crap out of each other, and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense. Talk about about a hella cringe episode.
It's Robert.
Robert,
Nice
nice
to meet you.
Nice to
Nice to meet you, Dennis. Yeah, I got an item here. Might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signatures.
You got Williams over here.
That's what, Steve Farkas? This is the first time a guy actually brought in, and I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
I hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
You gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper, they need to make an effort to close these deals quickly.
Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this, mint though, and he got $950 for it.
Right, man. So if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here,
Yeah,
and the
and
condition it's in, the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much, and later on they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom, and it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
Value? Let's make a deal. $75?
No way.
Who's gonna buy it from you?
I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
200.
Nobody in life is ever gonna offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than them.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100. Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
That's to me.
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. All right, bud.
Thank you.
There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, the happy deal was made. He said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now, he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused them of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand.
There's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak. The attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with them. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue. He started harassing both of them and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the.
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at Chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than that.
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even the last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth.
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
We even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking ass. Can I get somebody?
My pepperoni looking ass. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass.
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home? Leave
Can
our
I
store.
talk to somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You disrespectful.
I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50, and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
3 males walked into a pawn shop. One of the suspects stood at the door as a lookout while the other 2 suspects walked directly over to the display cases.
So, like, these 3 guys roll into the pawn shop, just casually strolling in. The other 2 guys, they head straight to the fancy display cases. It's all got suspicious vibes. And then, bam! One of them whips out a sledgehammer and starts smashing the glass. Things are starting to get pretty wild.
At some point, a customer from the place is seen leaving calmly while the lookout tells her to hurry up.
The suspects appeared to be wearing heavy-duty gloves in order.
At one moment, a person from the shop strolls out all calm, and someone's keeping an eye on her, urging her to speed up. The people thought to be involved seem to have on these tough gloves, maybe so they don't get any cuts.
Not to get cut while removing the glass from the cases. Both suspects placed the jewelry and many other valuables in the bags.
So when they took off the glass from the cases, both of them put the jewelry and lots of other valuable stuff into bags. After that, they hightailed it out of the store in a black Mercury marquee.
Case at? Where the case at? Where is it at? Where he put them on?
A guy storms into the pawn shop all worked up and starts shouting about a missing case. He's demanding to know where it is, and he appears to be accusing the staff of removing it. The feeling of stress in the air is increasing, and it's obvious that something is wrrong.
You gonna act like I ain't got no sense?
He's accusing us of taking games out of his unit. Look at the ticket. It never said with game.
The atmosphere gets even more intense as the guy accuses the pawn shop of messing with his games. Les, the cool guy at the pawn shop, stands his ground. The customer's getting more agitated, making accusations and even talking about blowing up the place, which is just adding to the chaos.
At that point, man, you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on me, bro.
After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to mother walk. I ain't illiterate because I ain't part of the week, and y'all motherfuckers in my middle row and putting them motherfucking games in there. And you wasn't even standing there when I posited it. Somebody need to blow this place up.
It's time to go, sir.
You ain't gonna get my window off. I'm not. Let go. Can I get my week?
He'll get it for you, don't worry.
You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a back seat to the potential danger that he's creating. That's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer. Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued as the guy feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if the guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
Les, I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're going to give me $500.
Well, actually, this was gold, but it was brass. It had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I don't know why you
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You got to give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No. You give me something
Just don't
for
feed
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that. It's the. Ow, I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Yeah, I go.
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy. I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister.
So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox.
I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink.
So fox mink. Did you want to pause?
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
Sell it. How much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mink. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Woman comes in to sell me a high-end bottle of liquor. Ma'am, I'm
Is that what you're saying? You have no respect. When you want to take a person when they down,
fit the liquor inside the bottle.
and anytime you're going to belittle a person.
Ma'am, I didn't belittle you.
As the door chimes, the woman confidently walks in, clutching an empty liquor bottle. She aims for a bold move, attempting to pawn the bottle for a cool $100. Les, with his discerning eye, swiftly rejects the proposal, explaining that a filled bottle would fetch a better price. The woman, not thrilled with the response, raises her voice, demanding respect and expressing her discontent.
I'll give you $100.
It's not worth more than $100.
Especially when you say I wouldn't give you $100.
Don't you ever walk up to my
Baby,
dad.
hey, baby, don't point your
and
finger.
life after this,
Ma'am.
don't you dare ever
Ma'am,
come in
you
here
are
again.
in my face.
I don't care, you're in my dad's store, and don't you ever think about coming in here
You know
again.
what?
Turn your ass around, badass out the door now.
Nowhere, Ashley steps up like a superhero. Now, she doesn't just cool things down, she straight up shuts the woman down. With confidence, Ashley tells her to leave and never come back. Suddenly, the chaos turns into quiet thanks to Ashley's quick and firm action.
Son of a bitch. Where the hell is he? Rich! He's on the floor. People are waiting to pay us for their merchandise. He's not there. We're losing money. I'd had Rich's back.
In the heart of the pawn shop, Les faces a moment of frustration and disbelief. The absence of Rich, a trusted ally for over 2 decades, leaves Les feeling betrayed. The urgency of customers waiting to make payments adds to the tension, and the weight of loyalty becomes a central theme in this unexpected turn of events.
Since the first day he came here, over 20 years ago. I feel betrayed. Didn't I just have an employee meeting to tell everybody that they need to step up on their game? I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen?
As the minutes tick away, the atmosphere inside the pawn shop grows more intense. Les reflects on his long-standing support for Rich, highlighting his sense of loyalty that spans a quarter-century. He recalls a recent employee meeting where he emphasized the need for everyone to step up their game. Disappointment and frustration seep into his words as he confronts the situation, a pawn shop mystery intertwined with personal and professional loyalties.
I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. They're out there trying to sell their jewelry. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bullshit with them. They end up walking out the front door. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
In this pivotal moment, Les delivers a stern warning to a fellow employee, Bobby J. The scene unfolds with Les observing interactions and attempts at sweet-talking customers. The threat of termination looms as he recounts the consequences of letting down the team. The dialogue underscores the severity of the situation and the potential impact on job security. Tension rises as Les grapples with the repercussions of the unfolding events.
Rich, I'm out. Tell your dad to off.
You up your job.
As the confrontation escalates, Les draws a line in the sand. The ultimatum is clear: compliance or termination. The final seconds capture the raw emotion and frustration of a loyal employee who feels unappreciated and misunderstood.
He knew he was in trouble once we walked through that door. Joe, did you steal from me? Tell me the truth.
Inside the pawn shop, a sense of trouble looms as the head of security, Joe, faces a difficult moment. The air is heavy with anticipation as accusations are laid out. In a tense exchange, the truth emerges when Joe admits to stealing. The weight of the admission sets the stage for the unraveling of a trusted employee's actions.
The detectives call in uniformed officers to put the cuffs on. And then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an assortment of jewelry worth over $7,000.
As the admission hangs in the air, the situation takes an unexpected turn. Detectives call in uniformed officers to apprehend Joe. A place built on trust is now shaken to its core as the true extent of the betrayal unfolds.
You go this way. This is my loyalist point, my head of security, guy that I trust.
The arrest unfolds and reality sinks in for the pawn shop owner. The disbelief is evident as a devoted employee, the head of security for the previous 3 years, is carried away in handcuffs. The emotional weight of the betrayal is clear in the owner's voice, which expresses the anguish of putting trust in someone who later proved dishonest. As the scene unfolds, questions linger in the air. The owner ponders the possibility of Joe working with someone else, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. The aftermath of the betrayal raises concerns about potential accomplices and adds another layer to the unfolding drama. The final seconds leave the audience in suspense, contemplating the true extent of the security guard's actions.
Are you her customer or mine?
I'm talking to you. Come on.
This lady got so irate because she wanted to be next in line. She wanted to be first. She felt that she was the most important out of every customer. You're next in line, so let me be right with you.
Okay, well, come on. It doesn't matter. What the are you? You're not the police. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. What are you going to do?
You already know.
In the opening scene, Ashley is at the counter with a lengthy line of customers. A sudden disruption occurs when a black woman attempts to cut in front of everybody else. Ashley confronts her, asking, "What are you doing?" The woman becomes upset, but Ashley firmly asserts, "You can't do that stuff here."
Goodbye.
Come back here. Let's talk right now. Take the receipt.
What would you like to do with it, ma'am?
I want to pay.
Well, you have to go to those windows.
I'm not, no. I come to this line any other time.
Not at this window.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line.
In the wrong line. Get in the other line.
And I'm not going to get in another line. I'm going to walk straight up to the damn window.
We won't take you.
The woman continued standing in line at the counter. Les approached her, inquiring about the situation. She explained that she wanted to pay, but refused to move to the next window. Les informed her that in the pawn shop, crossing others in line isn't allowed, emphasizing the importance of waiting your turn.
Care of you.
Well, y'all just told me something.
See this lady here? All the other customers.
Okay, I always come to this line.
I'm sorry. You have to stand in the other line.
Okay, well, I'll be back before y'all close.
You can do whatever you want in this line. She can't. Can't wait your turn.
We'll be back later.
Following the interaction, the woman eventually complied and moved to another window. Les, taking action, instructed the workers at that window not to accept their payment. He firmly directed the woman to wait in line like the other customers, reinforcing the shop's policy on fair and orderly transactions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, jackass.
Take your
bitch.
Take
yeah, that's you.
And get it.
You.
You make me. We don't,
Sir,
we don't want
please.
this. You can take this stuff.
Sir, listen. Listen. I don't know what the problem was.
As the interaction begins, the customer expresses gratitude, but the tone takes an unexpected turn. Tensions rise as the customer's language becomes confrontational. The shopkeeper, addressing the situation calmly, refuses to tolerate mistreatment. The dynamics shift from appreciation to conflict, showcasing the challenges of customer service in a brief yet intense moment.
Came in here, tried to spend my money is what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
And come instead of trying to come in here, I'm not even talking to you.
I need a liver transplant.
Why?
Seriously?
They didn't even look at these cards.
Sour Patch Kids.
The narrative unfolds with the arrival of another customer, visibly intoxicated. The shopkeeper navigates the encounter with a mix of tolerance and assertiveness. The customer attempts to engage in banter, revealing signs of alcohol influence. The shopkeeper, unswayed, maintains composure and subtly addresses the situation, highlighting the challenges of dealing with individuals under the influence.
I'm not even out of here so I get this $30.
Not bang on my...
$50 for that.
Jeff, take him out, please.
Better not put it in car.
How would you?
Man, what the?
In this segment, a discussion ensues about cards and a potential liver transplant. The shopkeeper encounters a situation where the customer's intentions are unclear. Misunderstandings arise, and the shopkeeper skillfully navigates the conversation. The dialogue touches on humorous elements while portraying the complexity of communication in a retail setting.
What, is it, ma'am?
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man, come on, you the dude with the ponytail?
The wife's racking my nuts on the telephone constantly.
Start 2 earrings in your ear.
Does it matter?
Just take it off, put it with mine a little bit, let it get a little bit more weight to it, and go ahead and give me my money.
Does that make sense?
Right this way.
You can't come back.
Damn this! Move out my way now, one of y'all touch me! I'll break this.
I'm more than happy to go to the ends of the earth for you. When you come in like an ass, you be walked out like an ass.
The scene takes a surprising turn as the atmosphere shifts. The shopkeeper reassures the customers that despite challenges, the store is dedicated to going the extra mile for them. The encounter, starting with tension, concludes with an assurance of excellent service. This final part encapsulates the roller coaster of emotions within a brief time frame, showcasing the highs and lows of customer interactions.
You need some help today?
Man, how you doing, brother? What's the deal on this TV here?
This TV right here is $400.
$400?
Yeah.
I was in here 2 weeks ago, sold you this mother for $90. Now you're gonna ask me $400 for it, man?
In the electronics section of the store, a customer named Robert engages in a conversation about a TV with the store employee. The casual tone sets the stage for what seems like a routine interaction. The customer questions the TV's price, sparking a humorous recount of a previous encounter where he claims to have purchased the same TV for a lower price.
Are you kidding me? So you're making a $310 profit off me? Bull, man.
Can I help you?
Who are you, man? I come in here 2 weeks ago, just like I told this gentleman. Do something with your hair, man. And then y'all gonna sell it for $400? You gonna make that much profit off me?
As the dialogue unfolds, the customer expresses dissatisfaction with the marked up price, claiming the store will profit significantly from his purchase. A manager steps in, attempting to resolve the situation. Tensions rise as the customer questions the legitimacy of the price hike and demands a resolution, emphasizing the financial disparity between his purchase and the intended selling price.
Brother,
where's your receipt?
Can you not understand English, my brother?
No, I can't, my brother. I don't believe that he wants a TV for nothing.
I'll just take the TV, man. Right out this door right here, and I'll be gone.
I would like to see you trust out here so fast.
Trust out by who? Who are you?
Les asserts his role, introducing himself and trying to understand the customer's concerns. The customer, however, remains skeptical, challenging the legitimacy of the store's actions. The language barrier becomes a point of contention as the customer questions whether the manager understands English. The atmosphere becomes charged with frustration and confusion.
2 Green Miles.
You're talking luck, and they're not going to be happy.
I ain't going out the door, man. Y'all ain't going to put me on the door, man. I ain't going no.
The customer threatens to take the TV and leave without making a purchase. The manager issues a stern warning, asserting that any attempt to take the TV without completing the transaction will result in immediate removal from the store. The confrontation takes an assertive turn, with both parties standing their ground.
Once I get this TV, man, get up off me. Man, get off me. Man, get off me. I ain't going outside. Get my damn shoe, player. Y'all got my shoe. You got my money. This joint.
This guy was acting like a total baby. He wanted attention, and he got it.
Despite the warnings, the customer decides to leave the store, expressing discontent with the entire experience. He accuses the store of mistreatment and vows never to return. The situation concludes with dramatic flair as the customer exits, leaving behind a sense of dissatisfaction and a promise never to return.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like hoping to.
Okay, so whose ring is this?
My grandma's.
Oh. So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
It's not real. What you mean it's not real?
It's not real gold.
A guy comes in feeling sad and asks Ashley to pawn his grandma's ring, explaining that she passed away and it's all he has. When Ashley checks the ring, she gently says it's not real. Concerned, she asks if he's got anything else, wanting to help him in a simple way.
You saying basically y'all sit up there and waste my time talking to you?
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the f*** I look like pawning my TV?
Do you have a TV?
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
It's acting really erratic and it's making me really nervous.
Lower your voice.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't put your finger in my face. Don't put your finger.
Ashley breaks the news that the ring isn't real. The person gets upset, saying it's not fake. Ashley suggests pawning a TV instead, but he questions why he should. Despite Ashley's efforts, the man gets angrier, repeatedly telling her to lower her voice. Ashley asks him not to point fingers at her face, but he ignores her.
I'm trying to help you solve your issue.
Lower your voice.
The next thing I know, this guy snapped. Don't tell me what to do. Don't put your finger.
No, let's go.
Let me go. Let me go. On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
The security guard intervenes, slamming the upset person to the ground and then dragging him out of the pawn shop. The situation escalates and the guard takes decisive action to maintain order. Next up, we've got this episode where a heavily muscled individual made his way over to meet Les to complain about equipment he got from the store that got busted.
Somebody bought this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now. It's broken.
What is it?
Little ab lounger I bought here, man. Workout.
In the midst of the pawn shop's hustle, a burly customer approaches Les with a complaint. He's upset about a busted piece of exercise equipment, an AV lounger purchased just days ago. Les, sticking to the store policy, explains that they can only provide an exchange, not a cash refund. Tensions rise as the customer vehemently rejects the idea of an exchange, demanding his money back. They can only hand over another item in place of the faulty one.
If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you some.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money?
As the disagreement escalates, the customer insists on a cash refund, dismissing the option of another item. Les faces a dilemma, stuck between policy and customer satisfaction. The clash intensifies as the customer becomes forceful in his demand for a monetary refund, setting the stage for a heated confrontation. Les could match him word for word without fear.
Better be some money.
Or what?
Or what? There's going to be a problem. How about
What
that?
kind of...
Les, accompanied by his trusty companion Byron the Snuggle Bear, stands his ground. The customer challenges Les with threats of problems if he—
Good. I don't want you as a customer. All you do is run your mouth. Promise me you'll never come back.
As the woman storms out, Seth bids her a not-so-fond farewell, relieved to see her go. With humor and sass, he ensures that she won't be back anytime soon, leaving the showroom olive-free and entertained by the absurdity of it all.
That bag would never impulse. If you want to buy it,
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
Undeterred by gravity and common sense, the girl persists in her charade. However, Ashley stands firm, recognizing the futility of the scam and the level of wrongness involved. It's like trying to sneak a peek at the answer key when the teacher is watching. Yeah, that's not happening.
First of all, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Give me my purse or I'm going to come over that counter and get it myself.
oh my God.
Get your hands off me.
Have a nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
With a swift resolution to this failed escapade, the girl finds herself unceremoniously escorted out of the store. Lesson learned: Ashley's scam radar is always on, and jumping over counters won't get you far in this pawn-filled drama.
All right. Deal. I think I got a good deal, and I know I'm gonna be able to make some money on it.
I can't believe you spent that much.
Whatever, Ash.
I am fuming. My brother just spent $800.
Enter the family feud. Ashley drops the bomb on her brother Seth, calling him a hypocrite. But why? Well, he casually throws around $880 for a painting, while Ashley, according to her, can't even snag a deal for $30. Sibling dynamics at their finest.
But he'll yell at me over a $30 buy. Excuse me, Seth.
What, Ash?
I was just out there watching you do a buy for $880.
So instead of working and watching me.
I was out there, and you bought something for $880 when you gave me such crap about that $30 roulette table.
I'm not buying plastic. I'm buying stuff that we can actually resell without a problem.
You will never resell that. They will sit in the back and rot.
Are you kidding? We'll put it around the
I'm not
showroom
kidding
corner.
at
We're
all.
going to make $1,000 plus on the
Really?
deal. Really, Ash? You know I'm going to be upset.
The plot thickens as Ashley confronts Seth about the apparent double standards. She probes into the intricacies of spending $880, questioning how bad it could be. Seth, in classic sibling fashion, argues that his purchases are all about resale value, a concept he conveniently forgets when it comes to Ashley's shopping habits. According to him, he's the revenue guru.
You are just a hypocrite.
She was just being ridiculous. I just want her to stop talking. Ash, what do you want from me?
Apologize to me.
Apologize?
Apologize because you're such a hypocrite.
You know what, Ash? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're a bitch.
You, Seth. You're such an ass. I am not gonna forget the situation anytime soon. Seth better watch his back.
Things heat up as Ashley demands an apology. Seth takes a nosedive into being the ultimate a-hole, apologizing for an $880 buy. Oh no. Instead, he hits her with a sorry not sorry for her supposed attitude, topping it off with a charming label. Well, let's just say that it rhymes with witch. Sibling rivalry reaches a whole new level on this show.
There's two guys out here that are saying they were scammed out of their laptops, and that whoever did it is working with one of our guys. So you want to come out and talk to him? All right. Thank you.
Who is it?
Les is hit with some unexpected news. A few guys claim that they've been pawned by a girl from the staff. Les, ever the detective, approaches the situation with a mix of suspicion and humor, wondering aloud if he's either unintentionally swindling customers or if bizarre customers have taken up a new form of thievery.
Tell me.
She pawned 2 of our laptops, and she told us she was gonna bring them out to the back. Some of it being.
Okay, wait. You pawned something?
Yes, she had to take it to
When
her.
did you pawn it?
Today.
Today.
She
Okay.
had to take it to her.
And the money?
Yes.
These two kids come in and talk about have some girl pawned 2 laptops.
The plot thickens as 2 disheveled DJs step into the scene, laptops held hostage. The atmosphere turns somber as the weight of the situation sinks in. It's a strange occurrence that has everyone wearing expressions of confusion and concern. Les, with his seasoned cool, casually queries about the laptop's ownership, revealing they're registered under the mysterious girl's name.
Split the money 3 ways, and one of my employees was going to walk it out the back door. Either this is a new way for my employees to steal from me.
To contact the owner because we want to.
I am the owner.
I'm just trying to switch the ticket so she can't have it.
And it's in her name.
No, that's why I wanted to know if
I can't do it.
The tension rises, but Les doesn't crack under pressure. Maturely handling the situation, he asserts that he needs the lowdown to work his magic and get those laptops back where they belong. It's a pawn shop mystery, and Les is the detective determined to unravel the peculiar case of laptops and loyalties.
Because your sign is saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
If you're a new customer with us, first 30 days, you can get interest-free loan. You only pay $1 per store.
But it's saying if I brought a friend with me, that I can get 30 days of free cash.
It's for an interest-free loan.
Okay, so there came a woman at the counter. Let's see what she's gonna come up with. Is she asking for free money? I think she might possibly be mad, though it is kind of funny that she's got enough courage to come up and ask for money without investing anything. Now, the lady at the counter frowned and asked her if she paid or not. Intriguingly, she hasn't paid anything, but she's still asking for money. Holy shit, what's wrong with some people?
You're just misreading it.
No, you're misreading it. That's not what the y'all saying to say, bitch. It says I get free cash for 30 days in this month.
You're not getting no free cash.
Where does it say that? Who told you to get it?
You did.
I'm not talking to you. I need my cash. I need my cash. It says it right here. Free cash.
Oh, and to make matters worse, she started shouting at her. Everyone around started looking at her, wondering what the hell was going on. Seth and Les get a little furious as everybody's just standing around trying to figure out what's going on. She started bullying her, but the lady tried to explain to her again that she misunderstood the agreement and they're not just gonna give her free cash. But this lady's just not listening to anybody. Well, Seth then enters, so who knows what's gonna happen now.
I brought my friend with me.
If you get a loan and you refer a friend, you can get 30 days, interest free. That doesn't mean we're just gonna hand you cash. What do you have to pawn?
Come on now. You don't have to talk. I'm the
Don't scream it. Can you read? Read what it says. I can read. I can read.
People was waiting to get her.
Les entered and asked her whether she read the whole document or not, and she was not listening and constantly arguing and pointing to them as if they had done something wrong. Meanwhile, other women decided to intrude, and oh my god, it's gonna be funny. Looks like they've all decided to have a fight in the pawn shop. Wonder how that's all gonna end. And it looks like Les is gonna join in too.
The other woman that just jumps in the middle.
Leave me on the lawn, bitch! Leave me on the lawn, bitch! I'm from the way, bitch!
All you need to do is read.
Now see the other women get in and start shouting at her as everybody behind her was waiting for her to get out of the queue. So they started fighting and now they're all having an immense fight. Everybody around is watching and laughing at them. Well, the guard had to go and break everything up. Well, at least they're all gonna get treated the same way, especially the one who created the mess. Pretty sure they're gonna hold him up and throw him out. And there they go, they're still shouting and fighting with each other as well.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute. All I saw was ass cracks and elbows.
They were sent outside and they started beating on each other, holding each other by their hair. Man, they beat the crap out of each other and people around them were just watching and waiting and having a curious but funny conversation about their nonsense. Talk about a hella cringe episode.
It's Robert. Robert, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Dennis. I got an item here. Might be interested in.
Okay, so there's a guy coming into the pawn shop with something in his hand, maybe a poster. But what's it for? He came to Seth and the other man and showed them this poster. Now it feels like they're interested in it and there might be a handsome deal between them.
Detroit Lions players had signed.
Did you drag it in?
So during the flood, I seen it down there, and that's when I pulled it out. She went down there and she supported these people, and while she was walking the picket line, she would gather signatures.
You got Williams over here.
That's what, Steve Farkas? This is the first time a guy actually brought in, and I just got on the picket line because I'm on strike right now myself. We've been on strike for almost 3 months now. $1,000.
He started describing the poster that's mainly about the protest of people in history, and it's got lots of signs of well-known people and has got a lot of worth. He explained everything in one go and demanded a heavy amount for it as it was really valuable to him. Seth told him that it's got some stains on it, and it's no doubt the same poster of historical strike, which made it worthy, but for him it might make a lot of difference.
Hate the condition of it.
I understand, and I
gotta understand when it comes down to collectors, everything is about condition.
Absolutely. And I'm sure if your dad saw this, jump on the heartbeat.
Seth and the man explained that it's not about the worth that he's asking for, in terms of thousands of dollars, but it's also about the condition of the poster, and it's not in a very good one. The man is continuously arguing that it's got signs all over it. If Les has seen it, that he'll definitely be surprised and definitely pay more than $1,000. Well, as for Les, he just came in.
Sharper, they need to make an effort to close these deals quickly.
Through my research in that, I seen personally that one just like this, Minto, and he got $950 for it.
Right, man. So if that was mint, why would you want $1,000 for this?
He only had one signature. I have at least a dozen.
But with this tear up here,
yeah,
and the condition it's in, the water stain on the bottom, it's just a hard thing to sell.
Yeah, but even though it's in this condition, how many of it exist? Very rare.
And it's uncertified.
Right.
You know.
I'll sell for $5.
Les judged the entire piece and told him that he's asking for too much, and later on they further described that it's torn from the top and the bottom, and it's also got damage and they can't pay more for it. But he still won't agree to pay for it. But he did say that he'd charge $500 off of the amount, but they couldn't reduce it any further.
Value? Let's make a deal. $75? No way.
Who's gonna buy it from you?
I'll just put it back in my basement, let it collect dust.
Offering you just $100 cash money right now wouldn't make a difference, you're saying?
$200.
Nobody in life is ever gonna offer you more than us.
According to Seth, it's a historical and cool piece and might be a profitable deal for them. So he asked the man if they'll pay $750 for it. But the man was stunned and said that they're paying too little. He said that you should pay more, but Les is arguing that no one can pay you more than them.
You change your mind, we'll honor the 100.
Which would you prefer, 520s or a $100 bill?
520 seems like more, wouldn't it?
520s.
That's to me.
520s right now. 100 hours. Take it or leave it.
520s.
Got a deal.
$100.
Thank you. Hi, man.
Thank you.
There's no question. It's a one-of-a-kind piece yet. It's a little bit of damage on it, but it's got a lot of autographs. I know we're going to make a profit.
He asked for $200, but no, it's not going to be a good deal, and they told him to leave. The man in need got a severe shock and held up the poster thinking. Les again said that they can't pay more than $100, and after some time of quietness, they agreed to the deal. Finally, he said that he came here for the ring, which they bought from these ladies for $10,000, but they didn't pay and gave them the receipt. Now, he put up the receipt and showed it to Les and accused them of cheating and stealing from the women and taking their expensive ring. But Les was cool and controlled his anger.
Whoever produced this ticket didn't understand this is the amount of numbers that are here. Okay. Number 2 is state law mandates that we print the law in a 12-point font. Okay. This is much smaller.
That is some bull.
It may be bull, but that's the truth.
I don't know how I got mixed up, but
There's the game-changing point. Les, after listening to him, explained that he will reveal the truth now by showing the real receipt that they had. He went and came back with real receipts that they've been giving to the customers. There, he spotted major differences. He notified him of the major changes in the receipt that he brought. The man looked rather weak.
you side with them, you're not representing us. If I don't get my ring or my money from them, how you gonna get paid?
The attorney turned to the women, but oh my god, they're still accusing Les of having given them the wrong receipt and asking the attorney to take the money from Les. The man, being down on himself as you can see, argued with. The man showed the evidence to the ladies and told them that they were having the wrong receipt, but they continued to argue, both of them, and started using personal attacks. They were all arguing amongst themselves. Pretty crazy. The attorney went back as he can't do anything for the ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What can I help you with?
Either trying to get a loan on it or you guys can buy it. Trying to sell it for maybe like $150.
$50.
Why is it $50? The certificate and everything is in there. And the bag costs actually way more than that.
Well, if you can tell, it's actually stained.
Okay.
All through here.
I'm trying to sell it for $150 or get a loan for $75 instead of the $50.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in more than 50.
If you know purses, then you know the
As our unsuspecting customer strolls into the kitchen at chaos, little does she know what's cooking today. Ashley, patiently bracing herself for another round of absurdity, politely inquires about what the customer's looking to offload. The girl, blissfully unaware of the purse's actual value, confidently suggests a price that's almost a steal.
It costs way more than
Okay, but I'm not going to pay you for the amount that you think it's worth because it's stained. This is not one of the newer ones. This is not this season. I know about purses. It was torn. It was stained. It's not even the last season's bag. The thing is old.
But you still willing to buy for $50 though, so if it wasn't worth
And now the plot thickens. The lady asserts that if Ashley truly understood purses, she'd gladly accept the offered amount. However, Ashley, standing firm in her claim that the purse is torn and not worth more than $50, creates a hilarious clash of valuation difference.
We even say $50.
So they didn't say it wasn't worth.
Can I talk to somebody else? I don't want to talk to your pepperoni looking ass. Can I get somebody
My pepperoni looking at. Pepperoni ass? I don't even know what that means. She take a look at her own ass?
Can I get somebody else to talk to? It don't even matter. I don't have to talk to you.
And I don't talk to you either, so why don't you go home, leave
Can
our
I
store?
talk to somebody else? Why do I have to talk to you?
Because
You
I'm the
disrespectful.
manager. I'm disrespectful and you call me a pepperoni ass?
Ugly ass bitch.
F you.
And it's time to cue the drama. Ashley throws out the bold figure of $50, and it hits the customer like a curveball she wasn't ready for. Feeling the heat, our lady teeters on the edge of diplomacy and blurts out the unforgettable line. She labels Ashley a pepperoni ass and decides that she'd rather chat with anyone but her. Talk about spicing up negotiations.
3 males walked into a pawn shop. One of the suspects stood at the door as a lookout while the other 2 suspects walked directly over to the display cases.
So, like, these 3 guys roll into the pawn shop, just casually strolling in. The other 2 guys, they head straight to the fancy display cases. It's all got suspicious vibes. And then, bam! One of them whips out a sledgehammer and starts smashing the glass. Things are starting to get pretty wild.
At some point, a customer from the place is seen leaving calmly while the lookout tells her to hurry up.
The suspects appeared to be wearing heavy-duty gloves in order.
At one moment, a person from the shop strolls out all calm, and someone's keeping an eye on her, urging her to speed up. The people thought to be involved seem to have on these tough gloves, maybe so they don't get any cuts.
Not to get cut while removing the glass from the cases. Both suspects placed the jewelry and many other valuables in the bags.
So when they took off the glass from the cases, both of them put the jewelry and lots of other valuable stuff into bags. After that, they hightailed it out of the store in a black Mercury marquee.
Case at? Where the case at? Where is it at? Where he put them on?
The guy storms into the pawn shop all worked up and starts shouting about a missing case. He's demanding to know where it is, and he appears to be accusing the staff of removing. The feeling of stress in the air is increasing, and it's obvious that something is wrong.
You gonna act like I ain't got no sense?
He's accusing us of taking games out of his unit. Look at the ticket. It never said with game.
The atmosphere gets even more intense as the guy accuses the pawn shop of messing with his games. Les, the cool guy at the pawn shop, stands his ground. The customer's getting more agitated, making accusations and even talking about blowing up the place, which is just adding to the chaos.
at that point.
Man, you can get your arms up off belly and none of your body parts on you, bro.
After all the stress I have, the last thing I need is a customer causing a scene.
Despite the escalating situation, Les stays calm. He tries to talk sense into the upset customer, especially with a big event coming up the next day.
I know how to walk. I ain't illiterate because I ain't part of the week, and y'all motherfuckers in my middle only put them games in there, and you wasn't even standing there when I paused it. Somebody need to blow this place up.
It's time to go, sir.
You ain't gonna get my window. I'm not.
Let go.
Can I get my weed?
He'll get it for you, don't worry.
You're making a threat like that?
The situation becomes alarming when the upset customer makes a threat to blow up the place. Les, rightfully concerned about the safety of everybody, asks the guy to leave. Security becomes a priority, and the customer's demand for his belongings takes a back seat to the potential danger that he's creating. It's a challenging moment for Les, who's just trying to manage the chaos caused by an irate customer.
What we're gonna do for you today?
Can I get like 400 for this watch right here? It's worth $820.
Les, chilling at the pawn shop, notices a guy walking in, watch in hand. Les, being friendly, asks how things are going. The guy, hopeful, wants $400 for his watch. Les, the cool pawn detective, calmly discusses the watch's worth, revealing it's valued. The negotiation heat rises as the guy insists on $400, but Les suggests $7. The guy, pleading and sharing his life story about a baby on the way, asks for $400 again. Les stands firm, offering him the same price, which leads to a bit of yelling. The guy, feeling frustrated, calls the place bull ass and expresses his discontent. Feels disrespected, using strong words and even threatening Les. Les, staying cool, suggests maybe he should have been given $400, hinting at a broken lamp that needs payment. The situation gets intense, with the guy considering if he should have taken the deal. The guy, still upset, leaves the shop, but not without some fiery words. Les reflects on the encounter, realizing maybe he should have given $400 to avoid the chaos. The drama ends, leaving behind a mix of emotions and a used watch. Life at the pawn shop remains unpredictable and full of surprises.
How you doing today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Real good, thanks. I'm Les.
I'm Randall. How are you?
Randall, oh, you got a hell of a grip. Wow. What the hell is it?
Call it a ring.
Okay. I didn't think it was a bus. How'd you get it?
I just got it.
This guy smelled like a brewery. Okay. How much did you want?
I'd like $500 for it.
Why?
Why? Because I need it.
Yeah, I
got
you.
2 DUIs.
A person walks into the pawn shop, catching Les's attention. Things start getting interesting right away. The person wants $500 for a ring and shows it to Les. Les, being curious, asks where the ring came from and why they want to sell it. The person gets really mad when Les asks questions. The intensity in the air rises as the person angrily explains why they're selling the ring. Les stays calm, making it a surprising and dramatic moment in the pawn shop.
Well, if it was gold, I'd give you more than $500, but it's not real.
I know it's worth $500 and you're gonna give me $500.
Well, actually, if this was gold, but it was brass. It had no value. I understand. You have court issues. The problem is,
I need $500 for it.
I'm sure you do.
Man, I don't know why you
As the conversation continues, Les drops a bombshell. He tells the person that if the ring were real gold, he'd offer a whopping $2,500. Feeling a glimmer of hope, the customer suggests, just give me the $2,500 then. Expectantly awaiting a positive response, Les, with a touch of humor, reveals the harsh reality. He explains that the ring is fake, not even worth $500, and he won't pay that much for a counterfeit ring.
You gotta give me something for it.
I can't give it to you. I'm sorry.
Give it to me anyway. Man, you can give me something for it. No, you give me something
just don't
for
beat
it.
on the glass. This guy was drunk.
You give me that ring back. Give me that.
It's the.
I ain't going nowhere. Man, get away from me. Yeah, go away!
You man?
In the midst of the ring discussion, a security guard quietly enters, taking a position behind the customer. The customer, desperate, pleads with Les to give him something for the ring, but Les, staying true to his detective skills, rejects the plea, emphasizing the ring's fake nature. Les, sensing trouble, comments that the customer seems drunk, adding another unexpected twist to the escalating situation. As the rejection sinks in, the customer, unable to contain his frustration, sits on the floor, declaring that he won't leave. The tension peaks as he becomes increasingly aggressive. The guard steps into action, forcefully dragging the defiant customer out of the store. But despite being escorted out, the customer continues to yell and make a scene.
Oh boy.
I see you sweating.
Yeah.
Must be hot outside.
No, I was doing karate outside.
You're doing karate?
And judo. I'm Bruce Lee's sister.
Really?
Yeah.
As the door jingles, a woman strolls into the pawn shop rocking winter clothes in the summer heat. Now she's chatting with Les, teasing him about the sweltering weather. She even claims to be a martial arts pro, throwing around Bruce Lee's name. The banter kicks off with a request for a karate move demonstration.
She said she was Bruce Lee's sister. So what you got?
The atmosphere takes an unexpected turn when the woman unveils a unique item, a mysterious fox mink. Les, unfamiliar with such creatures, engages in a lighthearted conversation to understand more about this fox mink. The woman, with a hint of mystery, reveals her intention to sell it.
A mink fox?
I don't know. I'm not into animals.
Fox. I've heard of fox. I've heard of mink. So fox mink. Did you want to
As the conversation unfolds, Les dives into the details of the fox mink, trying to grasp its worth. The woman shares anecdotes about the origins of the item, painting a vivid picture of its history. Les, playing the role of the detective, subtly negotiates and gathers information to figure out the best deal.
So, how much did you want for it?
$50,000.
The encounter concluded with the woman deciding to part ways with her fox mink. Les, using his seasoned charm, finalizes the deal. The quirky tale of the winter-dressed woman and her unique pawned item adds an unexpected twist to the usual pawn shop routine, leaving both parties with a memorable experience.
Woman comes in to sell me a high-end bottle of liquor. Ma'am, I'm
Is that what you're saying? You have no
1,200.
respect. When you want to take a person when they die,
Fit the liquor inside the bottle.
and anytime you're going to belittle a person.
Ma'am, I didn't belittle you.
As the door chimes, the woman confidently walks in, clutching an empty liquor bottle. She aims for a bold move, attempting to pawn the bottle for a cool $100. Les, with his discerning eye, swiftly rejects the proposal, explaining that a filled bottle would fetch a better price. The woman, not thrilled with the response, raises her voice, demanding respect and expressing her discontent.
I'll give you $100.
It's not worth more than $100.
Especially when you say I wouldn't give you $100.
Don't you ever walk up to my
Baby,
dad.
hey, baby, don't point your finger.
Life after this,
Ma'am.
don't you dare ever
Ma'am,
come in
you
here
are
again.
in my face.
I don't care you're in my dad's store, and don't you ever think about coming in here again. Turn your ass around, badass out the door now.
Where Ashley steps up like a superhero. Now she doesn't just cool things down, she straight up shuts the woman down. With confidence, Ashley tells her to leave and never come back. Suddenly, the chaos turns into quiet thanks to Ashley's quick and firm action.
Son of a bitch. Where the hell is he? Rich! He's on the floor. People are waiting to pay us for their merchandise. He's not there. We're losing money. I've had Rich's back.
In the heart of the pawn shop, Les faces a moment of frustration and disbelief. The absence of Rich, a trusted ally for over 2 decades, leaves Les feeling betrayed. The urgency of customers waiting to make payments adds to the tension, and the weight of loyalty becomes a central theme in this unexpected turn of events.
Since the first day he came here, over 20 years ago. I feel betrayed. Didn't I just have an employee meeting to tell everybody that they need to step up on their game? I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bull with them. I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen.
As the minutes tick away, the atmosphere inside the pawn shop grows more intense. Les reflects on his long-standing support for Rich, highlighting his sense of loyalty that spans a quarter-century. He recalls a recent employee meeting where he emphasized the need for everyone to step up their game. Disappointment and frustration seep into his words as he confronts the situation, a pawn shop mystery intertwined with personal and professional loyalties.
I'm watching you and Bobby J talk to these 2 girls. They're out there trying to sell their jewelry. You're out there trying to sweet talk them, trying to bull with them. They end up walking out the front door. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
In this pivotal moment, Les delivers a stern warning to a fellow employee, Bobby J. The scene unfolds with Les observing interactions and attempts at sweet-talking customers. The threat of termination looms as he recounts the consequences of letting down the team. The dialogue underscores the severity of the situation and the potential impact on job security. Tension rises as Les grapples with the repercussions of the unfolding events.
Rich, I'm out. Tell your dad to off.
You up your job.
As the confrontation escalates, Les draws a line in the sand. The ultimatum is clear: compliance or termination. The final seconds capture the raw emotion and frustration of a loyal employee who feels unappreciated and misunderstood.
He knew he was in trouble once we walked through that door. Joe, what did you steal from me? Tell me the truth.
Inside the pawn shop, a sense of trouble looms as the head of security, Joe, faces a difficult moment. The air is heavy with anticipation as accusations are laid out. In a tense exchange, the truth emerges when Joe admits to stealing. The weight of the admission sets the stage for the unraveling of a trusted employee's actions.
The detectives call in uniformed officers to put the cuffs on. And then he reaches into his pocket and pulls out an assortment of jewelry worth over $7,000.
As the admission hangs in the air, the situation takes an unexpected turn. Detectives call in uniformed officers to apprehend Joe. A place built on trust is now shaken to its core as the true extent of the betrayal unfolds.
You go this way. This is my loyal employee, my head of security, guy that trusts me.
The arrest unfolds and reality sinks in for the pawn shop owner. The disbelief is evident as a devoted employee, the head of security for the previous 3 years, is carried away in handcuffs. The emotional weight of the betrayal is clear in the owner's voice, which expresses the anguish of putting trust in someone who later proved dishonest.
If he was, he could be anyone.
As the scene unfolds, questions linger in the air. The owner ponders the possibility of Joe working with someone else, leaving the situation shrouded in uncertainty. The aftermath of the betrayal raises concerns about potential accomplices and adds another layer to the unfolding drama. The final seconds leave the audience in suspense, contemplating the true extent of the security guard's actions.
Are you her customer or mine?
I'm talking to you. Come on.
This lady got so irate because she wanted to be next in line. She wanted to be first. She felt that she was the most important out of every customer. You're next in line, so let me be right with you.
Okay, well, come on. It doesn't matter. What the are you? You're not the police. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. What are you going to do?
You offer it now.
In the opening scene, Ashley is at the counter with a lengthy line of customers. A sudden disruption occurs when a black woman attempts to cut in front of everybody else. Ashley confronts her, asking, "What are you doing?" The woman becomes upset, but Ashley firmly asserts, "You can't do that stuff here."
Goodbye.
Come back here. Let's talk right now. Take the receipt.
What would you like to do with it, ma'am?
I want to pay.
Well, you have to go to those windows.
No. I come to this line any other time.
Not at this window.
Okay, well, I'm not going to stand in the line.
In the wrong line. Get in the other line.
And I'm not going to get in another line. I'm going to walk straight up to the damn window.
We won't take you.
The woman continued standing in line at the counter. Les approached her, inquiring about the situation. She explained that she wanted to pay, but refused to move to the next window. Les informed her that in the pawn shop, crossing others in line isn't allowed, emphasizing the importance of waiting your turn.
Care of you.
Well, y'all just only
see this lady here? All the other customers.
Okay, and I always come to this line.
I'm sorry. You have to stand in the other line.
Okay, well, I'll be back before y'all close.
You can do whatever you want in this line. She can't. Can't wait your turn.
We'll be back later.
Following the interaction, the woman eventually complied and moved to another window. Les, taking action, instructed the workers at that window not to accept their payment. He firmly directed the woman to wait in line like the other customers, reinforcing the shop's policy on fair and orderly transactions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, jackass.
Take your
Bitch.
Take
Yeah, that's you.
and get it.
You make me.
Sir,
we don't want
please.
this. You can take this stuff.
Sir, listen. Listen. I don't know what the problem was.
As the interaction begins, the customer expresses gratitude, but the tone takes an unexpected turn. Tensions rise as the customer's language becomes confrontational. The shopkeeper, addressing the situation calmly, refuses to tolerate mistreatment. The dynamics shift from appreciation to conflict, showcasing the challenges of customer service in a brief yet intense moment.
Came in here, tried to spend my money is what I did. That's what I did.
Okay.
And come instead of trying to come in here, I'm not even talking to you.
I need a liver transplant.
Why?
Seriously?
They didn't even look at these cards.
Sour Patch Kids.
The narrative unfolds with the arrival of another customer, visibly intoxicated. The shopkeeper navigates the encounter with a mix of tolerance and assertiveness. The customer attempts to engage in banter, revealing signs of alcohol influence. The shopkeeper, unswayed, maintains composure and subtly addresses the situation, highlighting the challenges of dealing with individuals under the influence.
Not even out here trying to get this $30.
Not paying on my...
$50 for that.
Jeff, take him out, please.
Better not put it in your car.
How would you?
Man, what the?
In this segment, a discussion ensues about cards and a potential liver transplant. The shopkeeper encounters a situation where the customer's intentions are unclear. Misunderstandings arise, and the shopkeeper skillfully navigates the conversation. The dialogue touches on humorous elements while portraying the complexity of communication in a retail setting.
What, is it, ma'am?
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man, come on, you the dude with the ponytail?
The wife's racking my nuts on the telephone constantly.
Just tie 2 earrings in your ears.
Does it matter?
Just take it off, put it with mine a little bit, let it get a little bit more weight to it, and go ahead and give me my money.
Does that make sense?
Right this way.
You can't come back.
Damn this! Go out my way now, one of y'all touch me. I'll break this.
I'm more than happy to go to the ends of the earth for you. When you come in like an ass, you be walked out like an ass.
The scene takes a surprising turn as the atmosphere shifts. The shopkeeper reassures the customers that, despite challenges, the store is dedicated to going the extra mile for them. The encounter, starting with tension, concludes with an assurance of excellent service. This final part encapsulates the roller coaster of emotions within a brief time frame, showcasing the highs and lows of customer interactions.
You need some help today?
Man, how you doing, brother? What's the deal on this TV here?
This TV right here is $400.
$400?
Yeah.
I was in here 2 weeks ago, sold you this mother for $90. Now you're gonna ask me $400 for it, man?
In the electronics section of the store, a customer named Robert engages in a conversation about a TV with the store employee. The casual tone sets the stage for what seems like a routine interaction. The customer questions the TV's price, sparking a humorous recount of a previous encounter where he claims to have purchased the same TV for a lower price.
Are you kidding me? So you're making a $310 profit off me? Bull, man.
Can I help you?
Who are you, man? I come in here 2 weeks ago, just like I told this gentleman. Do something with your hair, man. And then y'all gonna sell it for $400. You gonna make that much profit off me?
As the dialogue unfolds, the customer expresses dissatisfaction with the marked up price, claiming the store will profit significantly from his purchase. A manager steps in, attempting to resolve the situation. Tensions rise as the customer questions the legitimacy of the price hike and demands a resolution, emphasizing the financial disparity between his purchase and the intended selling price.
Brother,
where's your receipt?
Can you not understand English, my brother?
No, I can't, my brother. I don't believe that he wants a TV for nothing.
I'll just take the TV, man. No.
The customer threatens to take the TV and leave without making a purchase. The manager issues a stern warning, asserting that any attempt to take the TV without completing the transaction will result in immediate removal from the store. The confrontation takes an assertive turn, with both parties standing their ground.
Once I get this TV.
Man, get above me. Man, get off me. Man, get off me. Get my damn shoe, player. Y'all got my shoe. You got my money. This joint.
This guy was acting like a total baby. He wanted attention and he got it.
Despite the warnings, the customer decides to leave the store, expressing discontent with the entire experience. He accuses the store of mistreatment and vows never to return. The situation concludes with dramatic flair as the customer exits, leaving behind a sense of dissatisfaction and a promise never to return.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm sorry.
I was like hoping to.
Okay, so whose ring is this?
My grandma's.
Oh. So you want to just pawn it, right? Because you want to be able to get it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
It's not real. What you mean it's not real?
It's not real gold.
A guy comes in feeling sad and asks Ashley to pawn his grandma's ring, explaining that she passed away and it's all he has. When Ashley checks the ring, she gently says it's not real. Concerned, she asks if he's got anything else, wanting to help him in a simple way.
You saying basically y'all sit up here and waste my time talking to you?
You don't waste your time. If you have a TV, you can pawn your TV.
What the I look like pawning my TV?
Do you have a TV?
I need to speak with somebody else because you irritate me flat out.
It's acting really erratic and it's making me really nervous.
Lower your voice.
Don't
Lower your
tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower
put your
voice.
finger in
Lower
my
your
face.
voice. Lower your
Don't
voice.
put your finger.
Ashley breaks the news that the ring isn't real. The person gets upset, saying it's not fake. Ashley suggests pawning a TV instead, but he questions why he should. Despite Ashley's efforts, the man gets angrier, repeatedly telling her to lower her voice. Ashley asks him not to point fingers at her face, but he ignores her.
I'm trying to help you solve
Like
your
this,
issue.
lower your voice.
The next thing I know, this guy snapped.
Lower your
Don't tell
voice.
me
Lower
what
your
to do.
voice.
Don't
Lower
put your
voice.
finger.
You got me up. No, let's go. Man, get up. Let me go. Let me go.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, mother.
The security guard intervenes, slamming the upset person to the ground and then dragging him out of the pawn shop. The situation escalates and the guard takes decisive action to maintain order. Next up, we've got this episode where a heavily muscled individual made his way over to meet Les to complain about equipment he got from the store that got busted.
Somebody bought this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now. It's broken.
What is it?
Little ab lounger I bought here, man. Workout.
In the midst of the pawn shop's hustle, a burly customer approaches Les with a complaint. He's upset about a busted piece of exercise equipment, an AV lounger purchased just days ago. Les, sticking to the store policy, explains that they can only provide an exchange, not a cash refund. Tensions rise as the customer vehemently rejects the idea of an exchange, demanding his money back. They can only hand over another item in place of the faulty one.
If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you something.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money?
As the disagreement escalates, the customer insists on a cash refund, dismissing the option of another item. Les faces a dilemma, stuck between policy and customer satisfaction. The clash intensifies as the customer becomes forceful in his demand for a monetary refund, setting the stage for a heated confrontation. Les could match him word for word without fear.
Better be some money.
Or what?
Or what? There's going to be a problem. How about
What
that?
kind of...
Les, accompanied by his trusty companion Byron the Snuggle Bear, stands his ground. The customer challenges Les with threats of problems if he doesn't comply. Unfazed, Les maintains his position, asserting that the store's policy is non-negotiable. The heir becomes charged with confrontation as both parties refuse to back down.
I don't need that.
As things got super heated between Les and the customer, Byron tried to step in to calm the man down. As the situation reaches a boiling point, Les and the customer engage in a verbal showdown. The customer grows increasingly forceful and Les warns against physical contact. Byron attempts to mediate and calm the customer, but his intervention takes an unexpected turn, adding a new layer of tension to the already heated exchange.
Really?
The confrontation takes a risky turn when the customer, ignoring Les's warnings, attempts physical contact. Byron, in a misguided attempt to intervene, escalates the situation further. Les stands firm, refusing to be intimidated while tensions continue to rise. Les questions a man's marriage. Les uses a customer's words against her. There's trouble in the office, but Les reminds Seth that he's the boss. Les kicks off the day questioning a man's marriage, using customers' words against her. Trouble brews in the office, but Les asserts his authority as the boss, teaching a disrespectful man a memorable lesson. Les shows that he's not just a pawnbroker, baby. He's a boss in control. Here are savage Les Gold moments. It looks like Les is more interested in this man's marriage than his business. Les woke up this morning with the urge to roast someone, and of all the people he could roast, he picked this guy. Things take an unexpected turn. Now, in a surprising twist, Les dives into the man's marriage, leaving everybody shocked. Les humorously challenges the man's absurd scenario, roasting him in a way that only Les can. The man's attempt to buy an anniversary present with his wife's jewelry backfires, adding a touch of humor to the pawn shop drama.
Get a watch for my wife's anniversary.
Oh, it's not your anniversary too?
Well, yeah, it is mine too.
How many years you been together?
25 years.
Oh, okay. How many good ones? So how did you get these?
Well, we were going through some of her jewelry. And she said, this belonged to my grandma.
They're not real.
Les posts a customer's watch request, questioning the authenticity of the jewelry. Unfazed, Les detects the fake and confronts the customer's peculiar anniversary gift plan. The customer tries to defend himself, but Les, in his signature style, keeps it real and uncovers the truth behind the fake jewelry.
All right, hold on a second. How come the old man wants to buy his wife an anniversary present with her own jewelry? That is one hell of a ridiculous scenario. What this man could have done at this moment is leave. But nope, some of these customers love to start drama.
This is older than both of us.
It probably is. But it was fake when it was made, and it's still fake.
Les faces a customer who crosses the line, insulting his family. For the first time, Les takes matters into his own hands, delivering a stern warning. The tension rises as Les draws the line, showcasing a side of him that won't tolerate disrespect towards his loved ones.
Yeah?
Okay, I've seen your wife.
Listen, mother, there's two things you don't talk about.
What's that?
My wife and my family.
Oh,
Here's the deal.
For a moment, we thought...
Two of you?
Here's the deal.
Get out of here, two of you. I'll hurt you guys so bad.
Sure you will.
Better get in the front.
Sure you will.
In a final showdown, Les lays down the law. With no patience left, he kicks the disrespectful customers out, warning them of dire consequences if they return. Les reveals his savage side, making it clear that disrespecting his family won't be tolerated under any circumstances.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
That's good. I want to pawn this TV.
I can go 100.
Excuse me?
So here's a guy who wants $400 on a $200 TV. What the is he thinking?
People can help me move my stuff back in my mother's house. 100 is not going to do, sir. I need more than that.
But I can't give you more. See, it's a used TV.
A young man enters the pawn shop, seeking to pawn a TV for $400. Les, the owner, declines the initial offer and counteroffers $100. The guy, explaining his need to move back to his mom's house, expresses that $100 won't be sufficient for his situation.
You know, I have to get away. You see this? He did this last night.
What did he do to you last night?
He beat me up last night. You clearly don't see that. See, you know what? You about to cause me to lose my mother temper.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he had nice skin. He didn't have any bruises on him. I don't need to call security.
You don't need to call them. What
The guy made up a story about daily abuse from his roommate, seeking empathy to pawn the TV for his escape. Les remained skeptical, noting the absence of visible bruises, praising the boy's clear skin. In response, the boy, feeling cornered, requests the involvement of security, hinting at a potential dramatic turn of events.
you gonna do? What, you from Africa? Oh, okay. Anyway, like I said, can you give me the 400 you paid?
We sell them for $200.
Hello. Y'all.
Thank you so much.
Sure is.
Have a nice day.
You.
Thank you.
You better lucky I'm gonna throw this big mother ass. Up. Where is my key?
Les, trying to find a middle ground, offers $125, but the boy declines and insists on calling the guards. Les, unfazed, reveals the presence of the guard behind the boy. The situation ends with the boy taking the TV and leaving the pawn shop without the need for additional security intervention.
How about your fat ass take it out? You work here, ain't you getting paid to do this?
I look like a butler to you.
I don't give a my gonna come in here and get this motherfucker. You better. His big ass gonna beat your little ass, fat bitch.
Hit me with army.
Motherfucker, come from behind this counter.
A tense situation arises as a black woman directs angry shouts at a guard. The guard, responding defensively, questions her, asking if he appears to be a butler in a moment of unexpected confrontation.
You get back here. Your big ass on my way. Get this motherfucking speaker and take it outside. You want me to stop? Take the.
You brought it in. You're gonna take it out. So take it out.
I'm not picking that up
Then
and
you're
taking it
leaving it
outside. Y'all can get your old ass
Take
out.
your ass out of here.
I'm
What's
gonna
your
take bitch ass out of here, y'all.
You're not going to come in threatening my employees.
Who gonna bring it outside?
Despite Seth's efforts to intervene, the black woman continues her relentless shouting, Even another guard struggles to remove her. Suddenly, she notices Les, the owner, standing behind her. In an unexpected turn, she bursts into laughter and mockingly tells Les to leave.
Yo, big ass, you can drive that bitch too, ogre. My big ass, Shrek ass following behind me.
We will give you the respect and the decency you deserve, but when you're threatening my family, we throw you out of here.
Bitches, for life.
Taking matters into her own hands, the woman starts leaving, dubbing the guards as Shrek on her way out. The situation takes an unexpected and humorous turn as she adds a touch of sass to her departure. There came a woman at Ashley's counter to sell her chain. Now Ashley's looking at her chain to see whether it's worthy enough or not. She's asking Ashley to hurry up as she has to leave earlier as her spouse has left her alone here.
Really? Okay, how much did you need? I was just trying to not this for you to be nice, but...
600.
What up with that?
I got this from one of my aunts in Africa. This is $600.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's actually a Tahitian pearl.
No, this is from Africa. This is an African pearl.
Ashley asked her how much she wanted for her jewelry. Now the woman said $600, which is a lot more than Ashley was willing to spend, since Ashley said that it's not an African stone, but the woman was arguing that it was.
600.
My ticket cost 600. That's how much I need.
Do you have anything else?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Ashley told her that they're not African pearls, so it's not worth $600, but far less. It was at this point that the woman started acting rude. Ashley got shocked at her stupidity and rude behavior. Eventually, she started behaving really bad as Ashley got angrier. What's gonna happen next?
Some jewelry for my daughter. Her birthday's in like 2 weeks.
For sure. How old is she gonna be?
She's gonna be 12.
She's gonna be 12.
Yep.
Do you want a Kleenex?
I've got allergies, man. I itch like super bad. I'm not picking it, I promise.
Okay. We have a heart one that's really pretty.
Can I see it?
There came a man to Ashley asking for something to buy for his daughter. Now, he inferred that she's about 12 years old and he wants something interesting for her. But he's constantly picking his nose, which was making Ashley cringe. He's not stopping from doing such cryptic things, but he's constantly doing it in public. Ashley asked him to let her know if there was something he was interested in buying for his daughter.
Look at it.
How much you want to spend?
Like 100, 150, but
75.
can I touch it though? That's bull.
I was charging him like $75 on this watch just to give him a deal so he didn't have to touch it with his snotty hands. Can I see the sanitizer for a second?
Now, the man selected a watch, but Ashley didn't want him to touch anything with his dirty hands. She asked him about his range and he said he wants something under $100, and the watch was $75. The man didn't agree to buy it. Now Ashley's just getting furious over his silliness.
I'm gonna use sanitizer. Why don't you guys go yourself?
I don't even care about the sale anymore. I just want him out of here.
Ashley asked him to use sanitizer before touching anything in the shop, but he refused. Now this is going to be a very serious problem. They're probably going to have a fight. Ashley got angry and asked him to leave despite no deal. She just wanted him gone. She didn't care for the deal or profit, but just getting him out of the shop. Well, then came the guards who made sure that he left, and Ashley used sanitizer everywhere on everything that he put his hands on. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Thanks for being part of the Hardcore Pawn Adventure.
The earth is shaking. The ground is moving like...
I designed all of my own clothes.
Oh, so you make it yourself?
Yep, I can make you one.
No.
Are your pants see-through? Yes, my pants are see-through. Were you looking down there?
A mother and daughter who thought they had won big at a slot machine in the store. An aspiring singer trying to build her own fan base with the wrong crowd, and a guy who thought he could get a job when he just showed up for the first time. These are the biggest clowns on Hardcore Pawn. First up are these customers who found a piano in the store that caught their eye. They got a bit too invested in it and caused quite a ruckus.
Ah, they got it, my baby. It's still here. You can get on that thing.
What's up, everybody? Moochie the Great.
With how confident he was acting when he tried to play, you'd think he was a hidden master trying to give the greatest performance ever.
Let me see if I can raise the money right quick.
You're kidding, right?
Sound like it's out of key.
Sound good?
It's off key, man. We are.
Moochie the Great in this thing. Everybody pay attention.
Before they could even progress well into their surely disappointing recital, Byron pegged them as the troublemakers they are and tried to toss them out.
Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Have a good day. Broke toe, let's go. Have a nice day. Man, come on, bro. Get up.
The man walked up to Ashley, hoping to get his hands on a job application form, which is a must-do for parties interested in getting a job at the store.
Hi.
I need a job application.
Okay. What position are you wanting?
I'm trying to be security.
Okay, let me get it for you.
All right, thanks.
The guy must not know how recruitment works. After all, they haven't even checked his answers. Talk less of his background, yet he's already asking to know when to start.
Like, when do you want me to come back?
We're gonna have to review this, and then we'll get back to you.
Someone told me to come in and fill out the app, and he said he got me.
Who was it?
Rich. What's going on, Rich?
He said you told him that you were gonna hire him for security?
If I really knew this guy, then his decision to cut him off at that moment was definitely warranted, since the allegations against him could have cost him his job too. He's not the owner after all, just an employee.
We used to chill all the time, man.
I don't really have a clue what you're talking about.
I'm saying, but you said come in here to fill out the application, and you was gonna give me a job, man.
You know what? And you said that I was going to hire you today.
Yes, bro.
Okay, well then let's make this real quick and simple. You're fired.
Just like that, he probably set a record for the fastest hire and fire at that moment.
I wasted my time coming up here.
You know what? You're wasting my time making up these stories. Let me show you how security really works.
Why would
Felix,
you leave somebody
get him the out of here.
That's security, get
Nice
out.
working with you. Bro.
This customer dressed in this very elaborate costume came into the store looking to sell his earring.
How can I help you?
I need to sell this earring because my little red Corvette broke down. And I
Oh,
have to
no
show them
kidding.
tonight. Absolutely.
Wow, imagine that.
Rather than to just settle the business he really came for, he seemed to want to do nothing more than show off his ability to impersonate Prince.
You know who this is?
It's your neighbor, isn't it?
Prince.
Right? Prince, absolutely.
Wow. Oh.
I design all of my own clothes.
Oh, so you make it yourself?
Yep, I can make you one.
No.
Are your pants see-through? Yes, my pants are see-through. Were you looking down there?
Seth and Bobby J decided to learn a bit more about this guy and his very unique interest.
Oh. And you're watching it.
Oh. No.
How much do you need?
I need about 1,000.
1,000?
Imitation Prince, imitation earring. Is that right? That's right. The earring's not real. I bet your wife didn't say that last night.
Oh, now you're just...
The deal didn't go as planned, and it almost seemed as if he was going to leave without causing a scene. Well, that was until he turned around just to give him a show.
He's about to do something.
Ah, that's not okay.
See you later.
These two customers had the genius idea of trying their hand at the slot machines that were lined up for sale at the store.
The earth is shaking. The ground is moving like...
Seeing how happy they were at getting a win that isn't real, Seth had no other option than to come over to bust their bubble.
I wonder how much that is.
You got nothing. It's for sale. This is a toy.
That's a toy.
It's a toy.
This is here for the customers to use.
Well, you tell me where it says in English anything that you want, anything.
It's just funny how they came to a pawn store to gamble. A pawn store of all places. That's the furthest thing you can get from a casino.
You want to talk to the manager?
You are.
You're the manager?
I'm the manager.
Oh, nice. They're not going to just say we're not going to get anything.
You're not going to get anything.
That's a really funny mother and daughter duo right there. They seemed to believe that they had rights to claim rewards and they were going to go through any length necessary to get them. No action of that kind's going to go down while Byron the Snuggle Bear is watching though.
Come on! Y'all out of order! Mom, let's just go! Oh, out of order!
Early in the morning, Les was absolutely dumbfounded when he saw a customer casually picking up a couple of items off the shelf without a care in the world.
First thing in the morning, I see a guy walking around the store pulling off my shelves. Where'd you get the vacuum?
Got it from my mom's basement.
Where did you really get it?
My mom's basement.
He's definitely another crazy customer looking to start something. He wasn't even subtle with the whole operation at all.
I'm sorry, what'd you call me?
A fool!
You think I'm that stupid that I didn't see you pull the off the floor? It's time to go.
No, man.
Get out of my store. You understand what I just said?
He's already embarrassed himself with the whole yelling, but with what Byron was set to do next, things got even more embarrassing for the guy.
Do it.
Keep walking, buddy.
These two men came in bringing in the oldest set of desktops ever, thinking they could actually sell it for anything at all.
Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west. We killed all the deer in Michigan, so we got to go out for bigger and better stuff.
They even had the audacity to call that much money with a straight face, thinking they've actually done something right.
It's about like $400.
We need more than that.
Yeah, we need more money than that.
What I can offer you is zero.
You mean zero?
Most people don't get that aggravated when they bring in like ancient artifacts.
Yeah, people collect these.
Oh, they're antiques now.
Being older doesn't exactly make you smarter, and these guys are a clear-cut example since there's no way they just called something essentially worthless an antique.
Zero. How many times do I need to tell you we're not interested in? Leave the store, I'm not taking it. Guarantee you it's walking out at the same time you are. Have a good day.
Although they walked out quite amicably, they made sure to make their intense hatred to the idea of getting sent well known.
Oh, man! Man, why you break that, man? I dropped it on accident, man. I didn't break it.
After dropping their items, they ended up getting cussed out by this random customer too. It's definitely not their day at all.
Get your ass on out of here!
Mind your own business. That's Detroit. Yeah, I know what it is.
Now we've got this British lady who started kicking up a fuss over what she considers an overpriced coat.
Sorry, lady.
My name is Ashley.
Okay, Ashley, lady, how much?
400.
Come on. How much?
$400.
If she really wanted to get the coat for less than that, she should have just negotiated like normal people do instead of acting all snobbish.
I've come into your store to buy a coat. I ain't come in this store for you to rip me off.
I'm not ripping you off. Those are actually just reduced to $400. No, I typically don't
It's
go
going to
around
cost me a
smelling
lot of
coats.
money to get this coat clean. Do you mind?
Sensing a storm brewing, Byron made sure to move closer since an attack on Ashley's person shouldn't exactly happen on his watch.
I'm sorry about that.
British lady here, you know.
Okay.
Not one of your just bloody Americans. Come on.
Show her the
We're not looking at this big guy. We're looking at you. You're going to make me?
He will.
I don't think so.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Pleasure.
If she knew she wanted to be treated the right way, then she should have headed over to a more sophisticated store. But that's only if she could even afford it.
Have a good day. I'm not interested in your $200.
Goodbye, lady!
Goodbye, lady!
Les had to attend to this, who was in a pretty bad situation, so he felt the need to pawn his TV for the necessary funds needed to escape.
Okay. I'm looking for 400. What can you do? I can go 100.
The only problem is that the TV isn't exactly worth the amount the customer called, and there's no way Les would even pay more than he should for an item.
You're just pawning. I need more than that. I have to pawn this TV so people can help me move my stuff back in my mother's house. 100 is not going to do, sir. I need more than that.
I know.
Okay, so
You have beautiful skin, I can tell you that.
Yes,
It is
I do.
beautiful.
But I need to pawn this TV so I can get away. I'm trying to be nice before I lose my temper. It's like, can you just give me the money?
He probably thought smiling like a maniac would intimidate Les into giving him a deal, but that could never work.
You want to cause me to lose my mother temper. I think you want to call security because I'm about to act a fool.
Turn around. I don't need to call security.
You don't need to call them. What you gonna do?
If he directed the aggression towards the real party that hurt him, maybe he wouldn't have had to make attempts to get packed out of the place in the first place.
I think, honestly...
Nah, you. I will never come back to my American jewelry alone. Y'all.
Thank so much. Have a nice day.
Yo.
In this episode, the employees at the American Jewelry and Loan Store had no other option than to bear witness to the horrendous efforts at making music by this supposed aspiring musician.
Hey, everybody, I'm Nikki J. Hey, y'all, I'm an inspired singer. I'm trying to make it to the top.
We can hear you.
Yeah, that's not what a cheetah sounds like, but it's definitely reminiscent of what a dolphin or a baby seal might sound like if it's being clubbed to death.
Are you interested in purchasing it?
How much?
For you, 80
I
bucks.
wanna sing a song. I wanna be a star.
It's time to go, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
You are killing my dream. You is a dream killer.
Oh my God.
I mean, props to her for her dedication to her craft. She didn't even falter as she kept on singing her words at the top of her lungs.
You is a hater. You is a hater. You is a hater.
Go home.
After giving her the precious attention that she was craving, they eventually got bored and decided not to humor her anymore.
No. Pull off.
1, 2. Man. Come back here. You 1, 2.
This customer tried to push a coffee machine he was trying to sell but was in the worst condition ever, claiming that it's brand new.
Bro, this is brand new, man. It's 40 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to go get a hotel, man.
So it's brand new, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
$40. Just give me 25, man.
Yeah. Brand new, still wrapped up in...
The audacity to even claim it's brand new with the state it's in, that's just pretty crazy. He must have taken Seth for a fool.
I mean, look at it. It's beat up, it's furry, and where was this? Outside the dumpster?
His urgency is of no concern to Seth, who just wants to get him out of the store using whatever means necessary, since there's no way he can successfully sell it at all.
I'm trying to give you a good when you started screaming. Man, listen. I'm almost done here, man.
You are done. You're done.
Hold on, man. I ain't going nowhere, man.
Josh walks into the pawn shop with this singlet looking like he wore it backwards. Now, there's a really timid-looking young lady behind him who doesn't look happy at all. Well, that's none of Seth's business. All he's got to do is appraise the ring and get some money out of it. Clearly, the Thai guy doesn't get how the market works. I mean, we get that he's in desperate need of money, but the pawn shop's not going to give him a cent more than what his ring is worth. Overinflated ego giant sack of crap is going to need some disciplining. He isn't even grown, for Christ's sake. Like, where did he learn this nasty attitude from? Now, Seth isn't interested in the transaction anymore. He's already disgusted by this kid's attitude. Honestly, who wouldn't be? I gotta say, it's really satisfying to watch the guard drag him out of the store. You know, if he can't fix his attitude, he shouldn't expect anyone to tolerate him. The simple truth is that that girl has got to wake up, and this boy needs to grow up.
Stop talking.
We bet the staff at the pawn shop love their job, if for nothing else, at least for the drama that happens every day. Now, this is one funny scenario. A friend escorts her friend to the pawn shop only to realize that the laptop her friend wants to sell was stolen from her. Everyone is confused as the two friends who came together get into a fight.
What the hell? You mean to tell me you don't stole my damn laptop and I don't blame them damn kids for this damn laptop? All this damn... Take my laptop. Oh, well, whatever.
I think that these women were fighting.
Now, these women are causing a scene, but they don't care at all. At least the fight's not against the staff of the pawn shop, so Les isn't bothered at all. Just when Les was about to hear the full gist, the friend who successfully got her laptop back came back for a rematch. Les is standing looking lost.
My laptop. You walk your punk ass home, bitch. You have my laptop all this time, and I'm thinking these down. He didn't got my...
The funniest part of it is that the friend who threw things missed them all. She could steal her friend's laptop, but she can't even throw a can at a target? Now, on second thought, this lady's audacity is pretty insane. Did she think that her friend wouldn't notice that it's her laptop, or her friend would just stand there and watch her sell it?
I think that these women were fighting over a laptop.
You know what? We ain't even friends no motherfucking more. You don't come to my house.
At least they weren't yelling at us.
Little bony ass bitch. Walk home. Get money back. Walk home. Walk home.
A man walks in with a unique Native American artifact, and Seth loves it. Things go south when the seller uses Ashley's joke on her. Now, Ashley doesn't like it, and Seth isn't helping matters either. The problem is that Ashley is too emotional to be a businesswoman sometimes. So, the pawn shop loses an artifact because of an innocent joke that was even apologized for. And to think that Ashley started it makes it even more ridiculous.
Good.
How you doing? Got a few Native American artifacts here for you. This is a tomahawk right here. This is the war club.
Resembles you, doesn't it?
Closer to you.
It is, right?
It's the same color hair.
90 bucks?
No, actually, I'm not interested. He was rude, Seth.
He was just joking.
He was not joking.
My sister takes things way too personally.
He was rude.
The people in line have not complained, but someone who just walked in a few seconds ago and never even stood in the line has got a lot to complain about.
Hey, I'd like to borrow my TV.
I'm really sorry, but I can't help you at this window, sir. This is the jewelry loan line. You gotta go to the equipment line. Thanks.
Ma'am, I don't have the time to wait in that line. That line is way too long.
I realize that. I'm really sorry. This is the jewelry line.
No, this is bull. You see that big old line? How about you go wait in that line?
Seriously?
Yes, that is a long line.
For a second, we thought that Ashley would go over to Seth's side and help the customer, so the customer can't talk properly. He's not entitled to any form of hospitality.
I will take your TV gladly. I'm gonna give it to Byron, okay? You're never gonna walk in here.
Oh, no, I'm not putting up with this. No.
There is a line, but you're not gonna come in here demanding money.
Here. Oh, yeah, okay.
Seth's new system is causing problems. But I gave him control while I recovered. I have to give him some slack.
Most times when customers try to sell their items, they believe they can sell them for the price that they bought them for. Well, things don't work that way, Skippy. The pawn shop's got to make its own profit from each item. After all, this isn't exactly a charity drive. Throwing a tantrum's not going to make Seth buy it for $100 either.
I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. I'm trying to get at least $100 for it.
$100?
Yeah.
I won't even be able to sell it for near that. $20.
What the hell you mean?
I'm more or less helping you than anything.
Man, I'm gonna need more than $20 for this, man. All right, where's your manager?
I'm the manager.
Oh, you are the manager?
I'm the manager.
You the manager?
I'm the manager.
Give me more than $20 for this. I've been waiting for an hour.
Les comes in to find out the cause of the commotion and gets roasted by the customer. Les goes insane with the money and the customer hits him.
Don't know.
Huh? And what the you gonna do, old man?
Who the you calling him? Really, mother?
I got this. I got it. You wanna give me more than $20?
Get out. Time to go. I got a guy out there screaming and yelling at me because
Was that
of something
something
that you did. Your system does not work, Seth. I've been watching it go down all day. Ashley and Seth are definitely not ready to be in charge yet. And at this rate, they may never be ready.
Why do these guys think they're entitled to money from the pawn shop? Like, there's no law that forces the pawn shop to buy an item from them.
I'm just looking for a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I don't think we're gonna take them, brother.
You say what?
We're not interested.
Come on now, this is a really outdated television. Does she think that this is a historical artifact or something? Like the audacity to even bring—
This motherfucker thought he was a badass. As you can see, I'm a badass.
They say to be confident when making an offer, but this guy took his confidence freaking overboard. What part of Les does not need his services does Mark not understand?
Do you have a company out that does any of your, watches your lot or anything like that, takes any of the cars out?
We do.
Okay, how's that working out for you?
It's working out great.
I'd like the opportunity to maybe go over some paperwork with you.
We don't have that problem because we have fences around the building.
Well, we've done a couple other business around here. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. This is gonna be our business as well.
No, it's definitely not going to be. I'm not interested.
You old man, you and you guys are running this sale right here.
Here's the way it's going to work, sir. You can leave nicely, or we can throw your ass out.
First thing in the morning, and this customer just decided he wanted to mess with Les.
What the hell's going on?
Hey, man, I need some money. I got kicked out. My mama kicked me out last night.
Les saw him when he picked up all those items before bringing it over to meet, so he definitely thinks he could take Les for a fool.
Where did you really get it?
My mom's basement.
Tell me where you really got the vacuum.
My mom's basement, man. Where do you think I got it from, fool?
With how bold this guy's being, even going as far as insulting him, Les couldn't help but get even more furious than he already was.
You think I'm that stupid that I didn't see you pull the off the floor?
You, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, bald-headed?
It's hard to believe Les actually let him stay that long. Normally, his security personnel would have yeeted the piece of crap out on the lot.
Get out of my store. You understand what I just said?
What are you gonna do if I don't?
Do it.
Keep walking, buddy.
Well, he screwed around and he found out the hard way. Bet he's not gonna think about doing that again anytime soon.
You start stealing stuff from my store, it's time for your ass to be thrown up. All of your pants are falling down, buddy.
Now, if you thought that was crazy, wait till you see this lady. She's about had enough with this chick, but she still does a stellar job trying to explain to this lady what's going on. You know, that's the right question to ask. After all, if she really was a repeat customer, she'd know they don't hand out receipts for pawn. Fall, it's gonna make her rethink things on the way out. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, psycho lady. Crazy customer who came in to make some very unreasonable demands.
My what?
ID or your ticket.
I don't have no ticket or no ID. My stuff was stolen and pawned.
So what's the point of getting her name when she wasn't the one who pawned the item in the first place? It just makes no sense.
We need him or the tickets or...
What you need him for? He ain't even nowhere around.
Is it his name?
Boosie, I'ma call you back.
If her grown boyfriend doesn't know his way around, how did he make his way to the store then? And if she really was in the right mental space, she should have known that she could just, bring him along.
Well, you have to make a police report.
I need my stuff, a police report. Do it like I called the police?
Since she clearly said it was stolen, a police report would have been the next best thing to do, apart from getting the thieves to come get it for her instead of going on a crazy rant. But if it was rational, we wouldn't be covering it.
So did you make a police report?
Can't do it back here?
I'm not the police.
Look, I just want my...
Ashley's not one to back down from a challenge, so when this lady threatened to get violent with her, she immediately stepped up to that challenge. Hashtag popcorn.
I'm leaving out of here. I get my out.
Now.
I'm not leaving out here till I get my...
Wait back. The door's right there.
Seems she was at least conscious enough to know that there's no way she could ever dare touch Ashley with security around.
Have to leave.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Bye. See ya.
No.
Next up is this crazy lady who came in yelling her lungs out in the store without minding the fact that she'd be inconveniencing others with her really loud bellows. Also, she might want to choke down a mint. I could smell that crap from here.
Me like that, who the hell you think you talking to? No, I'm talking to you. You know what? I'm gonna come and show your bitch ass.
If she knew she wanted privacy, then she could have tried to, make her call more freaking discreet.
Ma'am.
Hold on. Hey, lady, miss.
This is our...
Don't follow me. Do not follow me.
Okay, well, I can't have you screaming like this, so what do you want me to do?
You know what? Hold on. Let me finish with this lady, because I don't know who the she is.
When Ashley incessantly begged her, she finally decided to end the call. Unfortunately, that didn't stop her from continuing to yell at the top of her lungs. Some babies just need a bottle and a burping.
Miss, get somebody to help me, please.
What do you need help with?
I need some help with my rings right here.
Can you take off your ring?
Wait, you just walking up on me, can you see my rings? I don't even know who you is.
Ashley decided to adopt a really funny tactic in dealing with this particular crazy lady. She decided to annoy her until she leaves. If only that worked with my in-laws.
Can somebody else help me? Because you...
Ma'am, I can help you walk out the door.
No, you're not gonna help me walk out the door, because I'm not going out the door until I get some help. That's what I came in here for. Now, can somebody help me other than you?
No.
Ashley seemed to be having fun dealing with this particular crazy lady, and there's no way she's gonna turn back now.
Follow me no more. I won't come back in this bitch. All the motherfucking times I've been coming in here giving y'all my motherfucking and this is how I'm getting treated, y'all.
Let's get this customer who's trying to sell a watch.
I've been here since the day it opened because I own it.
Do you have a manager here?
Me.
Unless you're bullshitting me, man.
He's stuck and away from home, which is pretty tough, to be honest, but there's nothing Les can really do to help him out at this point. After reading through one of their ads, this lady came over to make a very odd inquiry.
I was trying to find out because your sign was saying that I can get 30 days of free cash.
Well, she read all right, but she didn't quite understand it at all.
It's saying if I brought a friend with me that I can get 30 days of free cash.
It's for an interest-free loan.
If the store really did what she thought the sign said, they probably would have been out of business within the first few weeks.
You're just misreading it.
No, you're misreading it. That's not what the y'all sign is saying. Bitch, it says I get free cash for 30 days in this mother.
Seth tried his best to explain things to this woman, but she just wouldn't accept the fact that she made a mistake and decided to make a fool of herself instead.
It's a pawn.
Come on now, I don't have the pawn. I'm the...
Instead of screaming, can you read? Read what it said.
I
can read. I can read.
People was waiting to get in
Pretty vexed by this woman who's been holding up the line with her nonsense, a customer decided to jump into fight her.
I don't know you, people. I don't know you. You got
Now, there's no way they were going to let him carry on with their brawl in the store, so they immediately pushed him out.
They really wanted to go at it, so we let them go at it in the parking lot for a little minute.
This customer came in hoping to pawn his rosary, claiming it was an antique.
It's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. Now it's mine, and I'm trying to put you in the game with this crystal.
Just because it's old doesn't make it a really valuable item, but it seems this man doesn't want to acknowledge that at all.
So, how much can I get?
Well, you can't get anything. 'Cause it's not diamonds, it's not gold, it's just crystals.
Honestly, I think Les has said all there is that needs to be said, but we'll just have to, make things clear. He's got no other choice than to repeat himself.
How much would you pawn this for?
I won't take that in pawn because we only take precious metal.
Well, this is precious.
To you.
To me.
With his demeanor through this whole thing, it's pretty clear at this point that this guy's gonna be trouble.
Work something out, man.
No, I can't take it, I'm sorry.
Well, I think you need to work something out with me, man.
Trying to strong-arm the poor guy isn't exactly the right way to conduct business.
Tell him it's antique, man.
Nope, it's not antique, bro.
I don't want to talk. Me and you.
No deal.
Deal.
No deal.
He's been introduced to the antique expert. Now it's time for the antique expert to introduce him to the door once again.
Let's talk about it on the way out the door.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Look, hold on, man. Hold on. I can leave on my own. Hey.
This customer is saying something about a gift and how she needs to the interest on an item she's pawned earlier, even though it was way past the due date.
How are you?
I don't know. I'm about to see.
Okay, so you want to pay off your interest today?
Yeah.
From how snappy she was being, it was only natural she'd eventually end up on Ashley's bad side.
I owe.
Okay, you owe $50.60.
How much?
$50.60.
Where the that come from?
The moment Ashley told her how much she owed, she went on a very huge rant in a fit of rage.
I owe $50 for my ass.
I didn't know somebody that age knew so many swear words. Like, it was just, wow.
She's speaking so fast that it's really tough to understand what she's trying to say at all. It's like nobody understands the words coming out of her mouth.
Getting riled up and screaming spooks me out.
Okay, well, let's catch up again. Spook that job. Yes, spook that job. What can I say?
Ashley tried to be as patient as possible with her, which is a first if you're new to the show.
It's called Yiddish.
What the is a Yiddish?
Yiddish with a Y.
Well, I understand that either. I understand Ethiopian. How about that?
The customer would eventually wear her patience thin with her obnoxious attitude.
You can pay after interest. Actually, you have three. You can pay after interest.
First it was one. First it was two. Now it's three. Can you please make up your damn mind and tell me what the I gotta do?
Just like she's always done, Ashley decided to screech her answers back in an attempt to match your energy, since her previous attempts didn't really get very far.
Okay, then go pay $50.60 and come back when you want to.
Where the is your boss at?
I'm the boss. Now what?
Looking a bit worse for wear, this customer brought in a set of fur coats.
I'm good. How are you?
Well, actually, I got bills to pay. I'm trying to get rid of some things.
So how much money do you need?
I need about $415.
So $415?
Even without being a professional, it's pretty clear to see that these coats are not made from real fur, to speak less of being made of lamb.
This isn't lamb.
That is lamb.
That's not lamb.
What is that in? That's lamb, honey.
That's not real fur. I'm not gonna take that.
There's no way she's gonna be walking away with what she thought she would, or anything at all for that matter. This is Ashley that we're talking about, and she hasn't taken a fancy to even one of the coats.
I'll take this one. $40.
Who?
$40.
4D? Are you serious? No, you're not serious.
She was trying to milk as much as she could off of that one deal, but Ashley is dead set on her offer.
Okay, give me $80. Come on.
I can't.
Sure you can.
To make sure that things were cool, Byron decided to move closer, the big snuggle bear that he is.
Big boy, I like big boys, yeah. You gonna climb up on you, huh?
Yep.
I say. Ooh, don't get scared now. Come on, Red Ride. Who's that?
Of all the customers he's met, this lady's probably the first one who's walked out of the store in a very jovial mood.
Come on, keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah, baby. Took it. You got your head, daddy.
This customer was trying to sell a piece of jewelry that didn't exactly hit the specific weight to make him eligible to get the amount that he wanted to sell it for.
It doesn't weigh enough for us to take it.
Ain't no gravity in my...
That's a pretty bold request that he's made, especially to an employee of said store.
He wants me to take my jewelry off and put it with his so I can give him more than $5.
$5. $5.
I'm sorry. That's all we can go. We're just not interested.
$5.
We're not interested.
Before he can hold everyone else up, Les manages to get him away from the window.
Thank you.
So I can't get, nothing for it?
Nah.
Ain't nothing gonna work?
We're not interested.
Ain't nothing go with it.
I don't know what else you got to go with it.
I ain't got nothing to go with. I'm asking y'all for something to go with it.
Instead of just getting out of the store after all their business is over, this man decided to take a seat in one of the chairs in the store, which is a big no-no.
No, he can go.
I can't get a little bit from that. Hold on, man.
Since he was being quite irrational, they decided to carry him out of the store, screaming and kicking.
Can't get what I'm getting for. That's good. That's good.
Let's go to the game.
Seth is used to loud and rude customers, but this is the first time a customer tries to flirt with him. It throws Seth off balance for a second, but he proves that he's a businessman to the bone.
What's your name again?
I'm Seth.
Oh, you cute.
Yeah.
Focus.
Let me see your ring.
Are you married?
I'm good.
That mean you're married?
I'm good.
Seth gives the woman his offer for her items, and she replies with an interesting counteroffer. Neither Seth nor Rich are willing to take up her offer, but Seth might know someone who will at least consider it.
You want to taste it, Rich?
I'm good.
Rich, you just offered.
Dude, listen, I wouldn't move in on your action.
Hey, Rick. Would you suck on that pacifier for $20?
Rick reluctantly rejects the earlier offer, but Seth raises the stakes and makes an offer his employee can't resist. Everyone enjoyed that, even Rick, especially Rick.
I'll buy you lunch for the week.
Ready?
Seth closes a deal with the pacifier-sucking lady, and we can all agree that he made the best of the deal in every way. Would you suck it for $20?
So $300.
Sure.
You want to do it?
Great.
Thank you.
For $300, she got a good deal and we got a good deal.
This customer walks in with Travisky crystals. Seth has no idea what the hell these crystals are, but he knows what this woman has is not real.
My grandmother gave me that ring before she passed away, and she told me that they were Travisky crystals.
I'm not interested in your crystals.
No, I'm not going anywhere until you give me some money for my crystals.
Do you not understand English?
The crystals may be fake, but not everything about this lady is fake, and she does her best to make that point to Seth. Me, personally, I'd rather buy a Kyber crystal.
Something that's real.
Really?
These right here, they're real. They're real. Can I get some money for those? Are you gonna know what? All this fake ass. You don't know no crystals when you see a mother. You.
Have you ever seen a devil walk into a pawn shop? If you haven't, then you're in luck. The next customer to walk in claims that he's the overlord of hell.
Seth.
They call me the devil.
That's some freaky there, boy, let me tell you. Yeah, he was a devil. Sure he was.
Les doesn't care if this man is a 2,000-year-old fallen angel. The pawn shop owner is going to make a deal with the devil if he can make some profit from it.
How long did it take you to get all these tattoos?
Probably 2,000 years.
How old are you?
2,500 years old. Tell me what you give me.
The merchandise is worth scrap value. I could have gotten $650 for this stuff.
I take $650.
I can't give it to you. Sorry.
Two old men come into the store looking to sell a computer that could go for a lot of money, if they sold it in 1997.
We need some money. We're going to out west. We killed all the deer in Michigan, so we got to go out for bigger and better stuff.
Most people don't get that aggravated when they bring in, like, ancient artifacts.
Yeah, people collect these.
Oh, they're antiques now.
Both men don't want to leave without any money, but one look at security changes their mind. But that doesn't stop them from stringing along a list of profanities at Les and Seth.
Zero. How many times do I need to tell you? We're not interested in it. Leave the store. I'm not taking it.
you. Have a good day.
Usually, things calm down once the noisy customers are thrown out, but this time it gets even more chaotic. We're even treated to an unexpected showdown.
I did not drop it on accident, man. I didn't break it. I thought it was you, man.
Oh, that's good.
Two men come into the store and make the weirdest purchases. While Les is happy to make sales, his curiosity gets the better of him. You certainly won't believe what these men want with these items.
I was looking at the chainsaws over here.
We have chainsaws.
Can you make us a deal on both of them?
Sure I can.
So what's all this stuff for? Home defense.
What?
The zombie apocalypse is coming.
Where other people see weird men, Les sees dollar bills. The veteran pawn shop owner goes into full salesman mode and makes even more profit from the hardcore zombie killers.
Zombie apocalypse? But you know what? As long as they were buying, I'll listen to any bullshit they have to throw at me. Thank you very much. I'll have my guys write you up.
I think we got a pretty good zombie kit today.
Got us some chainsaws.
Loud enough that he needs to be escorted off the property by security. But before he can leave, he makes a heartfelt request to Ashley. The next customer comes in. He doesn't want anything from the store, but he wants something similar to what the last guy wanted. This leaves Ashley quite confused.
You know what, Rich? You, get out of the store!
Thank you. Seriously? You just came right in the middle of my sale like that?
We sold it, right?
That's right.
That's what matters.
Yes, it does. I cannot wait till Uncle Les comes back.
Well, ask one more time. Did you say get out of my way, you bitch?
I told him to be a long bitch. Get the real line.
Told everybody, the next person that up is gonna be fired. You put me in a position that you were the next to go.
What do you mean? Couple little screw-ups, and all of a sudden now you're contemplating on letting me go?
There weren't little screw-ups, Rich.
Compared to what I've done for you for 25 freaking years?
If I don't go forward with the things that I threatened everybody with, nobody will take my word for anything.
And you even gave him the chance to have the opportunity to come back. How many chances can you give this guy?
Brian, can you give me a minute?
Absolutely.
How many chances can I give this guy? Ashley, how many chances can I give you?
Me?
You!
Trying to settle a complaint of the use of abusive terms in the workplace, Les calls for Tony in an attempt to investigate.
Sit down, please.
Yes.
It's been brought to my attention that you have told Linda to get away from me, you bitch.
Prove it. I ain't did nothing.
Les is pissed with the gutsy move Tony pulled when he refuses to speak the truth, asking for proof instead.
Tell me the truth.
I did nothing but sold it, coat to a customer of mine.
Les tries to make Tony confess by taking what he considers a softer approach.
Tell me the truth and you'll be okay.
It don't matter. I'm gonna lose anyway. What's the difference to me? Whatever y'all gonna do, man.
What kind of attitude you got with me?
It ain't you. Come on, man. You know what I'm going through out here. You know what she's doing on purpose.
Do I give a as long as you make the sales?
I make the sale.
After trying one last time, Les manages to get a confession out of Tony.
Well, ask one more time. Did you say get out of my way, you bitch?
I told him to be a long bitch. Get the real line.
Since he confirmed he did violate the rules, Tony bags himself a suspension.
All right. See you Saturday.
Maybe.
Although he successfully delivered punishment to Tony, Les failed as a boss when he refused to try to know what could have led to the issue.
How many chances can I give this guy? Ashley, how many chances can I give you?
Me?
You!
Seth calls in Ashley, Seth, and Karen over to his office to go over the results.
He's going to show you exactly what they saw when they walked through the front door.
The trio listens with rapt attention as Les goes over their performances.
Now let's fast forward to Seth.
I yawned.
In front of a customer?
Maybe that happened one time out of maybe the past 20 years that I've been here.
To drive his point home, Les decided to show off the employees who fit the criteria he had in mind.
Look at how Linda took care of this person.
This would run you $1,700 here.
Professionally. Look at JT.
It's full HD. That's the best way to go.
To add salt to injury, Les reveals Karen had done much better than they did.
Let me show you who got a 98 out of 100. Thorns.
Les, I'm just doing my job.
I'm very proud of you.
A rose between two thorns.
Vomit.
While making rounds through the shop, Les finds out Rich wasn't in his post.
Where the hell is he? Rich!
Seeing that Rich had left the business in a bid for pleasure, Les calls him over for a chat in his office.
I'm looking for you in layaway. Where the hell are you?
I gotta sit in layaway all day long and just wait for something to happen. I needed to take care of something that was out on the floor.
Les threatens to fire Rich, who had been a loyal employee at the shop for over 20 years. Karen attends to a couple who come in looking to buy a ring.
Can I try it on?
The lady seems to think the ring isn't the right fit, so she asks to see more before she can make her choice.
What about the color and
clarity?
It's a white gold band. You're looking at about a carat.
Karen, being as helpful as she can, tries her best to give the details of the ring the lady picked. However, she seemed a little bit unsure with the way she was explaining, so Ashley approached with the hopes of helping.
It's round stones.
Oh yeah, these are round stones, and these are all G color, VS clarity.
How much about for that one? This one is going
1,000.
Karen tries to tell Ashley off since she believed she was trying to snatch the deal away from her.
You want to show her this one? Explain it to her?
Sure. This is round stones, baguettes in the center here. Could you tell me a little bit about the color and the clarity on that one? Actually, Ashley, here you go.
Yeah, these are G color. The radiant of the round diamonds are gorgeous.
Ashley manages to snatch the sale by pitching in without consulting Karen, who started the whole thing, leading to her having an even more unfavorable impression of her.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead and walk over to the window and we'll get it written.
Okay,
for you.
thank you.
Thank you. Seriously? You just came right in the middle of my sale like that?
We sold it, right?
That's right.
That's what matters.
Yes, it does.
The conversation starts normally enough. You might even call it pleasant.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The intent behind the customer's visit to the shop is adorable, but the valuation of her gadget is high. It's worth less than $500 to Ashley. How much would she be willing to give to the devoted girlfriend?
Oh, I should give him. Yes. This is a pad. I should barely get like 500 for it.
I need a laptop. This has happened before. I'm waiting for 20 minutes and Roddy doesn't show up to get this laptop, like if he's on break or if he's gone. The manager that I asked didn't come get the laptop, so I'll just...
Leslie decides to fire Justin since his actions breached his trust.
You broke my trust. And because of that, Justin, you're fired. I don't know if Justin did steal anything, but you can't have people that you don't trust.
This attends to a very strange customer who walks into the shop with an imaginary companion.
My partner right here, Robert, we want to pawn this.
You who?
My partner, Robert, right here.
The customer brings out the item they were hoping to sell and hands it over to Les, who tries to confirm its authenticity.
Very cool.
Having confirmed the properties from which the item was made from, Les rejects it immediately since it holds little or no value to him.
Oh, I need money. No, that's an insult.
The customer grew irate as soon as Les delivered his verdict.
Thank you, because I went off and left him.
Here you go.
I'm not coming back no more to your damn store.
A man walks into the shop with hopes of trading in his faulty phone for another.
Hey, what's up, dog?
How you doing?
I just got this phone that I bought here like 2-3 days ago, and that...
Did you download a camera function?
No, it clearly got a camera. Why would I have to download it?
Just asking.
The customer reveals he didn't bring a receipt with him, a very fatal mistake.
Receipt?
Just get me enough. That's all I'm asking for.
As soon as you give me that receipt, I can see what I can do for you.
So
Clearly, I have
you
to
need
tell
to
you
fix this,
that
or...
without the receipt, there's nothing I can do for you. And getting...
Somebody.
Rich tries to turn the man away. However, he remains unrelenting.
Go, yeah, you did, cuz.
What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone, clearly.
Yeah, but we haven't had one of those out for sale since I've been here in 6 months.
I mean, I just seen you in 2 weeks.
The customer tried to point out the employee who sold him the phone. However, he outed himself as a liar when he made mention of a time frame different from the one he called out earlier.
Buy that from us.
Yes, I clearly did.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on over here. You can go back to selling that computer.
No, hold on.
No. Don't touch him and let him go.
Man, you and your mohawk, shut the hell up.
My mohawk doesn't talk.
I talked to the manager or somebody.
The goatee is the manager, and he's telling you
to either give me a receipt or get the hell.
Without any evidence to back the man's claim, Rich asks him to take his lead.
These phones right here, what about that one right there? Did that one work?
Pull the things up over your ears a little because you clearly can't hear me.
There, it's off. Phone work. It's a simple question. Does phone work?
You know what? Can you go show him how it works? Take a picture out in the parking lot.
Having had enough of his rude countenance, Rich asks for help in kicking the man out.
Okay, just don't touch me then. I'm gonna be back. I'm coming for my money. Clear?
Send me a picture of the receipt from your phone.
The man and his girlfriend meet Seth with the hopes of making a trade. The woman accuses Ashley of selling a fake item to her. To confirm if she really bought the item from the shop, Ashley asks for a receipt. However, the woman maintains a confrontational stance, heading over to the redemption section of the shop to reclaim a ring they'd allegedly bought.
This isn't our ticket. What do you mean it's not your ticket? Tap. That all stupid folk read, right?
The employee attending noticed something wrong with the pawn ticket they brought in immediately.
Say something. The ticket is a counterfeit ticket. No,